Yeah, Cass had basically just collapsed on the ground and taken a nap. I don't know if that was long enough for a short rest, but
Well, Click followed this Dragonborn into the jungle, where he immediately got in a fight with a bunch of undead and dead monkeys, and then he got a spear through his leg, and now some kind of crazy lady is singing about a song, or about changelings, and things are just not going well for him.
Basically.
I have a question that's very important. How fresh are these monkey corpses?
Do me an investigation.
All right.
Can I help, assist him so he gets advantage? I also want to eat the monkey corpses. If there's enough to eat.
You can help him out if you have proficiency in it. Otherwise, you're just getting in the way.
Oh, I have proficiency.
Alrighty, then yeah, you can give him advantage.
So he gets a 17 instead of a 13.
Yep.
Thank God!
Alrighty, yeah, so, yeah. So the corpses are not too old. They're almost fresh. They've been there for a few hours. These undead have just rolled in.
All right, so
Maybe literally rolled in the case of
literally rolled in.
So Gus picks up one of the monkey bodies, and he just waits for somebody to decide where to set up camp.
Eat more of the monkeys. Which one are you eating specifically?
I actually never figured out how to ping.
Oh, just
I think you hold left click.
Like this.
Yeah, just hold down left click on the spot you want to ping.
There we go. That one.
Another one, the Betu? Okay.
Yeah, that too. How do you spell that, by the way? I want to put that in my campaign.
I believe.
Alright, thank you.
The circle.
There we go.
Mysterious way.
So yeah, I guess we'll do that. And that's his roleplay turn for now.
Stuffs the monkey in his pocket. It is a small creature, by the way, so...
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was, big.
Like the size it looks in comparison to our own tokens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
In
it's
that
like...
case.
It's like a small chicken instead of a whole monkey-sized thing, I guess.
it's like Malachi says.
In that case, I will also take this one.
Alrighty. I mean, if you got space for them, sure. Just mind your carrying weight.
Oh,
Now,
wait.
is there an
I
entire
hold out the
caravan?
bag of holding to Gus in case he wants to stuff more monkeys in there.
Let's not cover all of our stuff with monkey guts, please.
Considering that's where all your rations are, yeah, let's... might want to avoid that.
Okay.
Hey, food goes with food.
Cook it first. As this was a caravan, was there anything special lying around or anything of interest other than dead bodies?
Well, it looks, as you all are talking over here, they are trying to set back up the wagon and all of their supplies back into it. So you can pillage their, stuff while they're trying to save it. Reclaim it.
Is the songstress still singing?
Yeah, she's still singing.
Alright, Click is still watching.
There's usually not a moment where she's not singing, so...
And I have made it clear to you all with my message hat that she is attempting to charm us.
Attempting nothing, she's already done it.
part of me wants to start the whole like passive-aggressive counter charm thing, but I know that she can break my instruments, and then I can't do anything.
She's gonna stroll on up and stab your instrument again.
If she cast messages, if she tries to stab your instrument again, we could just kill her.
I reply to the message. Isn't she important for something? She's like leading us places.
She's been completely useless so far. What's the
She
point?
has. All those people did try to kill us because we were with her.
Yep. Other than it's her sister that knows the location of the surveyors you're trying to find.
Wait, Scarlet Songstress has a collection of exotic pillows?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Oh
It's in her
my.
wagon. It's what she sleeps on.
Fascinating.
Alrighty, but yeah. From this point, you guys are trying to find the surveyors, the druid surveyors they were all dead, and the last time you saw all of them, the Emira was over the corpses searching them, and the party decided to just, we're gonna move right on past this and not bother with that. So they did, and now they realized they needed to talk to her and those surveyors to figure out what's going on. So now we're trying to track down Amira, which Amira's sister is the songstress. But when she tried
But the only person who knows that is Mel.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm the only one who knows what?
You're the only one who's been here for that long.
Oh, right! Oh no! I didn't realize until now!
But I mean, no pockets, and let's see.
It was just Ben and Gren.
Ben, Mel, and well, Gus got the idea too.
Sorry, what idea?
You the reason you went and got the songstress was because you're trying to find these surveyors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I did know
And
that.
her sister.
I mean, kind
knows.
of.
Yeah, the when he explained to you what was going on, I can just reiterate. And Ball would have given you guys this idea too. The reason you're out here is to try to find the Elementium site where they used to store this, so you can try to find Shadow, because he was the one who stole all the Grand Elementium crystal things, and he was supposed to have destroyed them, but he kept one for himself, which is what is the cause of all this madness. So we're here trying to find one of his hideouts in hopes of finding him. But in order to find him, we have to find this old ancient site, and thanks to the druids, the forest just changes all the time. It's because they're trying to repulse life into it.
This is so complicated.
Yeah. Basically, I mean, I've got it in the quest log in here.
Mm-hmm. I kind of like that's complicated, actually. It means I can sort of... Because I'm playing a character that just doesn't really know what the fuck is going on most of the time, so I feel like it just adds to the roleplay.
Yeah. There you go. There's all sympathized of. I've been trying to keep track of it. Actually, I think I probably need to add to it.
So we're in the Ghabat Forest?
Yeah, you're in Ghabat Forest.
Ghabat. Okay, that's how it's pronounced. Got it.
Yeah, we've had a lot of new players roll around, so losing track of the original plot is kind of to be expected.
I just had a thought, which is if we ever come across one of the one of the Genasis, then I would probably immediately ruin our chances of diplomacy with them.
Why's that?
Fire genasi,
Yeah,
I
you
assume.
are, and you're native too, aren't you?
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
I'm native.
are you saying this in character?
No, I'm
Oh.
saying this out. I just had this thought.
Okay.
But yeah, the
Do you want me to say it in character?
I mean, I'm gonna do something if you do.
All right, then Gus says it in character.
Alright, I wave a hand, and a ghost costume appears over you with my
Ah!
minor illusion cantrip. So now no one can tell you're a fire genasi. You're just a guy in a ghost costume.
This is amazing.
I thought Halloween was last week.
Shh. No one has to know that!
hey, only like 2 months have passed in game. We got to catch up a little bit. But I've updated the little quest log. But yeah, the Fae are against the Songstress because she is considered an evil Fae for messing with one of the other Fae lords. It's kind of the reason she left the forest and came to the city. But in order to get the Fae to cooperate, you all need to go talk to the Fae lords. And the Songstress knows where one's at, the one that's most likely to help you guys. She's actually marked it on your guys' map where it's at too.
The right to bear arms,
But I
I
mean,
say,
as
thinking
I
of the bear lord.
As I said, you guys are free to do whatever you want. This is just kind of, the main kind of plot line I've got running, because you've got all these other places you can go to, but the main thing is finding the planar antechamber, the big temple, the water temple, basically. There you go. Get
All right.
some Hyrule water temple music going on.
So
Just need to have our iron boots ready.
Yep. And
So-
you guys were told the best ways to do this was to go find the druids, find a surveyor who can translate where the old place might be and where the new place is. But you need to get new updated maps, and you need to figure out where the old location was to begin with in order for the surveyor to kind of do his work. Which is kind of, yeah, figure out where it was, find a guy to figure out where it is now, and find an updated map of this forest, so you can kind of get an idea of where it's at.
all right, so we pretty much have to set up camp at this point, right?
You guys can still travel a little bit if you want to, but yeah, as far as moving in this hex, you're done.
All right, because I would suggest just try and do whatever we could, like move as far as we can to get these necromancers to where they need to be, or mage guild, whatever these little people are, and just kind of go back to the normal quest once we're done with that.
Yeah, this was all a random encounter, by the way, of helping out these mages from the Betu they were being swarmed by them.
And the Betsu are the monkeys.
Yeah. Well, at this point, it's just all the monkeys in this forest are kind of smart and united, as you all realize as you went by that battlefield.
Right, okay.
Oh, great! The monkeys have declared a nation state.
Wait a minute,
if you all
this song.
If you all do recall, like they did say there's something about their demon lord, something like that.
Oh yeah.
I've seen this movie before. It does not end up well for Charleston Heston.
What's a movie?
Well, they're like plays, but they're much more exciting. Lots more illusionary magic.
Oh, thank God. Plays are just the worst. It only
Good
goes
way to
forward.
describe it.
It never comes around.
That's right.
May I interest you in my performance of some play. I don't know. I didn't think to make up a name for a play beforehand, but I'll say the name of some like popular play, in the voice of whatever like theater announcer it would have been, asking if you guys want to hear my rendition of this play.
I say the most recent play you've probably listened to was probably one by the songstress.
Could it be something that's not by her?
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty
Cass
of
is running
bars.
around with a script in his hand all the time, so you could say
Can we
that
get-
one.
Can we get Die Hard in play format?
I mean,
C minor.
I could do.
I'll play the main character.
But yeah, because like I can being a Kenku, I perfectly mimic the sound of anything I've ever heard before, so I can just like counterfeit an entire play in the form of a radio show.
Radio Demon.
Cool. I think I can make little toys that make sounds. Of
You know,
whatever the
You know, Mel,
creature is.
maybe we should just forget this whole thing. Go off and set up a play for ourselves. Playhouse for ourselves.
That town. And I like wave my hand, unable to say anything else. So I use my message cantrip, my detect thoughts hat, and in your head you hear the infomercial lady voice saying like, "Hey, that you weren't here for it, but earlier we went to some town infested by were creatures, but the mayor offered to give us each a parcel of land there. We could totally retire to it once something's done about those werewolves. I don't think we're strong enough for that yet, but it's a long-term investment."
Oh,
I
no.
see no issue in being able to change into a wolf.
But they're like
Cass
using
changes
the
into a werewolf.
townspeople.
I'm a little too young to retire, though.
Okay.
That's fucking great.
Congress vote, I think.
I'm too young to die.
Gus has made his way over to the mages over here,
Alrighty.
and he just kind of goes, what's the direction in which you need to go?
The one that none of them, they seem a little disorganized. Their leader is apparently dead of the group, but I guess we're gonna go back to the city. Hopefully, get in contact with the guild, bring more people out, so we can go back and venture further in.
All right, you don't need our help anymore.
No.
Good.
Alrighty.
Are you guys ready to set out? I'm tired of smelling dead monkey.
Oh, well, I hope you're not tired of smelling cooking monkey. He shakes the corpses.
Cass just face
Appetizingly.
palms. As a werewolf.
No, that's a very.
Also, where'd Cass go?
Has Scarlet finally stopped?
Yeah.
She never
She has
stops.
stopped, and her and Ba are not talking. Let's see here.
Square, make us happy.
But yeah. So you guys wanting to make camp here with the necromancers, or move on a little bit further and then make camp?
I'm gonna go with move on further option. That's what I vote for.
I vote for
Cass
moving
takes a
on.
second to send Malachi out in a few circles to see if there's something that's close by that would be a good campsite.
Oh my goodness. Cass wrote a lot in my biography.
I believe. Mm, I guess that would just be a survival. Just if you're, never mind. Just do whatever. Perception, survival, whichever.
Either one works.
Yeah, your bat traveling ahead, you manage to find another good little clearing. You travel for another hour or two. Ba gets his horse, which he was riding this entire time, because why not? Hooks it up to Scarlet's wagon, and those two are bringing up the rear, following behind you guys. Alright. As you guys make camp for the night, let's see here. Might as well update this while I'm at it. With everybody who's now here. Wrong map. Alrighty. Oh, Ball's here too.
Alright. Well, since the whole gang is here, Gus is going to throw the monkeys onto the fire and start his cooking.
Click is immediately interested.
There
He
we go.
Joins Gus.
Oh no.
As Gus is burning the monkeys on the fire, Cass is making a hut.
Just building a little hut off the side. Even though, like, I think like 3, maybe even 4 people have.
I think we probably all have it at this point. We could all have our
Yeah.
own personal tiny huts. We'll look like a moon colony.
Ball doesn't have a tiny hut.
I don't have a tiny hut.
I have a tiny hat.
I have a tiny hut.
I have a tiny. Actually, I'm not going to finish that sentence.
No, I never leveled up Ball. Should have more health than that. I'll have 12 more health than that.
I would like to take this opportunity to just like listen and learn and see if I can better my own cooking skills.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, this isn't the best I've done. You see, there was actually one time where I was able to cook butterflies into being, instead of poisonous, a psychedelic drug. I'm not sure I'm going to do any wonders with this one.
Wow. A psychedelic drug?
Cass takes the chunk that you hand him, picks off all the burnt chunks, and goes ahead and eats it.
I like to think my skills are appreciated.
Alrighty,
Those
so
are appreciated, whoever you are.
Ba shall also partake in the cooked monkey. Monkeys, I assume you're cooking them both.
Yeah.
Because they are small creatures, alright. Scarlet will, of course, eat out of her own food. She gets her, check she has her pillows in the wagon.
Gus partakes because it's his own food.
Yeah, I'll eat some.
I'd like to try the monkey.
Alright, so who all is going to be eating this guy's monkey?
Me.
Clicksy.
Me.
I feel like everyone is except the Scarlet Songstress, right?
Yeah,
Doesn't
she's
sound
gonna
like to me.
she's gonna eat her own food that she's brought and has stashed away in her little hooded wagon. Oh, All right.
I have a terrible feeling.
Yeah. So you all do end up successfully cooking the monkey and eating it. As you all make camp, it does get darker than normal. You guys are in some heavy canopy woods, and there's wet spots everywhere, almost a marsh. You managed to find a good clearing to make camp, which is what you're looking at. Because I do think you're still in a marshy part of the forest. Yeah, you are. And we do I suppose we'll just give everybody balls. I forgot to mention this to the two new people. In the marsh area, staying out here an entire day, you will need bug spray. It costs 10 gold per 1 can, and 1 can lasts for 7 days. But
I'll hold out the bag of holding and pull out some bug spray and like offer it to everyone, to all these new people, because I don't want them to die of fantasy world malaria.
Why, that's very kind of you. I would love this hairspray. Archie then sprays himself.
Click sprays himself as well, but then he gets a little bit in his mouth and gags a few times.
I mean, you all would have already applied it to yourselves for the day. It's more of tomorrow morning you would need to reapply it.
Alright, so do we just like deposit 10 gold into the void every morning?
For you two new people, you can go ahead and buy how much ever you wanted, and we'll just take it from there, because I forgot to mention it when you joined.
Alright, I'm gonna buy 2 cans.
So 14 days, basically. Because there are rampant diseases and such here in the forest. It's marsh. It's not a very welcoming place.
I'll buy 2 cans as well.
Alrighty, so I've been 20 gold for both cans.
Oh, how much does the bug spray weigh?
Hell if I know. 0.5, that seems reasonable. Fran linking me stupid shit again. Alrighty, but you do manage to. I managed to sleep, I guess. Of course, with Benjamin gone and Pockets gone, we'll have to set up a new sort of rotational watch. Because Pockets will need to cover, I think, 4 shifts. That's how I kind of figured it up. Each shift
Castle just
about
take
2
the morning
hours.
shift.
I will say to everyone, alright, who here can see in the dark?
Yeah, that's the main question right there.
Archimedes
I
raises
cannot,
his
but the
hand.
bat can.
I can't. I'm working on something that will help me, but it's not done yet.
So I guess that's no one, except the bat.
Otherwise,
there's
you're gonna.
my hand is raised, isn't it? Oh, no, it's
Oh! I point. Keep watch.
Yes, you can trust my vision. I won't let you down.
I nod doubtfully.
Uh-huh. 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 Uh-huh.
The songstress is not offering to take a watch, but Ba will. Though he
I wouldn't
has
trust her to watch
no
us.
dark vision.
I mean, she'd probably see something coming and then just leave.
Also, to make it clear, I insight checked Archimedes to see.
I know you did. I know you did.
Okay.
I don't really, I don't know. I mean, Archimedes has surprisingly good, you know, he's in a surprisingly good form considering his age, but,
Alright, I got over a 10. I'll assume that's enough.
it's more his mind than his body that's falling apart, so.
Alright.
So sad.
Gus goes,
Alright.
well, I trust the elderly. Respect your elders, kids.
That's right, and you need to treat Ba with the respect he deserves.
As you all sit around the camp tonight, Ball will tell of what the prophet told him, and that was that he did not at first think the Elementium were such a big deal, that he just thought that it was something to get everybody riled up, and if someone did find it, who cares? They'd stop them before it happens. But the prophet told him that it actually was a big deal, and that she saw it falling into the wrong hands, and that if no one was there to stop them, that it is going to fall in the wrong hands. If no one's there to reclaim it from them, that they will most likely destroy Air Summit with it. And that is basically all of civilization from the outside world that's not native. All the settlers from every other continent has come here, and that's a lot of lives. And that's what the prophet told to Ba, and that's why Ba gathered a second party of adventurers to come out here to support the first party of adventurers, which is the main party.
How considerate of him, because we sure needed it.
Yeah, he says I should be doing this in character, but oh well. But yeah, Ba will just mention that he has a few adventurers scattered around in nearby towns, trying to gather information. He's looking into things by himself as well, that he'll leave after tonight, but he'll remain close by. That he's gonna work on his own leads.
I'm gonna be frank, mister. I don't think we can do it. Is what I say to Ba. Does he, say anything? Does anyone else say anything?
Well, I was a bit more optimistic when we had an actual soldier on our side. But, I don't mean to offend any of you, but, you know, it just seems a bit difficult to, save the world when...
You're one of those.
Wait, as you're saying this, you can see Click's face just fall. Like, he's just sad.
I'm sorry.
We've got to save the world. Otherwise, we'll be torn
You
apart.
are not the only party looking into this. You're just Lograin's prized party. He does have other people out here looking for it. Your task is to find Shadow's old hideout. See if you can find Shadow. Everybody else is this is almost an all hands on deck. It's just Lograin trusts all of you because
I mean, does he actually trust any of us? Because no one from the original party is left. He trusted who he used to be with, and then through this chain of oh, someone knows someone, now we're a totally different group.
But he's a little out of options because the guild cannot officially investigate this, or it would cause a big incident between all the races. And you are
bureaucracy.
yeah, it's
politics.
bureaucracy basically. There's a lot of tension between the Genasi tribes and Air Summon right now, and if the Explorers Guild got involved when this was their big screw up to begin with, it's not going to end well. And since you all are technically bronze members, no one's going to pay too much attention to you guys. Though that being said, this isn't all hands on deck. It's just you're able to get by with a little bit more. And you're bronze members. Should you get caught investigating, oh, they're just bronze people, prosecute them. They're fine.
Fear not. Our hands are in their decks. We will get through this.
But you're just looking for Shadow's hideout because you have a little bit more maneuverability in the politically speaking.
I nod doubtfully.
But the other parties are looking for the Elementium itself and the places it might be. Just your all's task was to try to find Shadow's old hideout. So it's not it's not save the world kind of moment yet, but you are working on trying to keep it from being destroyed. You're a part of a larger kind of party trying to stop this from happening.
I believe that last time we were going after a specific place on the map where we would find the Bear King.
Yeah.
Alright. So,
Who's this
I was kind
Bear
of refreshing
King?
my own memory.
Yeah, you're, because the Fae won't help the songstress in locating her sister, because they all hate her, and, you guys have no real idea how to find her without the Fae, you're going to go talk to one of the Fae Lords, the Bear King.
I'm going to use my detect thoughts hat to message Cass and say, "Hey, do you suppose the Fae would help us if we were to subdue the songstress and hand her over to them? Because
You
they
definitely can.
didn't like her. I mean, we'd have to find the Fae first."
It didn't seem to help last time. I tried that. None of them paid attention.
I mean, could they tell you were lying and just making it up on the spot?
Probably.
So see, this time we won't lie. It'll be true.
True, but I mean, they are Fae, and they're not too fond of outsiders to begin with, so... They're Fae, they're chaotic creatures.
I guess we should probably just wait for this Bear King. I mean,
Well, we do have
If it
two of
seems-
us that can just transform into a Fae.
Yeah,
do
what
you
about
suppose they'll
inside?
know it? Do you suppose they'll know it?
I'm just
I'm
offering
still
input. You guys
saying
do
this
whatever
with
you want.
message so no one else can hear what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Why is the bird and the other changelings staring intensely at each other?
And occasionally I'll make like a hand motion as if I was saying something. Oh, well then when you say it, I'll be like, shh, important phone call!
Hey, don't stop the romance.
You kids and your phones nowadays.
Believing.
Cass is a little worried about saying, hey, don't stop the romance as soon as Ba takes his clothes off.
He said he never takes his armor off. He's still wearing his heavy plate even out here in the swamp, even though the survival god says, don't do that.
Well, you see, Gus can respect that as a man who never takes his chef clothes off.
I just use prestidigitation. That means I never have to take a bath or do laundry ever.
Well, the one thing about wearing heavy armor is that it's going to wear you down real fast out here in this muggy, marshy swamp. Basically, if you wear it for an entire day, you're probably going to get a point of exhaustion. But Boss seems adamant on not wearing it. On wearing it. But, I mean, I don't think anybody else is wearing heavy armor, so they don't have to deal with that.
Alright. Did we ever decide who's doing the entirety of the shifts?
Nope.
Alright.
Ball offered to take one shift, but he
Alright,
doesn't
Gus.
have dark vision, so he's gonna keep the bonfire lit.
Gus
Go.
will offer to do the same.
Cass will take one of the ones in the middle of the night.
Click, I guess, can also take a middle of the night one. Or an early morning.
Alright, so just
Oh.
kind of type in which order you're gonna do it in. It's actually important.
Unless Gus wants to take the first one and then just swip that. Either way.
Gus volunteers to go first, either way.
There we go. 1, I'll go 2, 3, and 4. There we go. We're good.
Yeah. You'll get your chance. Ball member is gonna leave in the morning. But, let's see.
It looks like Ba's going to be joined by Gus.
Alrighty. So through the night, this is gonna happen on the second watch. Actually, let's do some rolls to just figure out what's gonna happen.
Oh, goody, that's my watch.
Nothing happens. Cool. All right. The night passes rather uneventfully. Through the night, around. Actually, no, that'll be around the third watch. Second watch, I need everyone to do a Constitution check. I mean, everyone. Even Ball's gonna make one.
Oh, save or check?
Save.
Oh, okay. I'm dead.
Well, that was quick.
Oh, hell.
I did not roll terribly well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're missing somebody. No.
Archimedes.
No, I rolled. Everyone rolled, didn't they?
Oh, you're not rolling into a
yeah.
character, so I can't tell who's who.
Oh, hold on.
If you already rolled, don't bother now. But
yeah,
Jess,
I'm
Joey.
I will uncheck
Tech.
from now on. There we go.
Sorry. Okay, save.
Alrighty. So, Jess and Gus, you feel extremely sick throughout the night. This is on the second watch, so I don't know who's on the second watch.
I am.
Enough so that it wakes you up. You kind of roll out and start vomiting. If you can, make it out of your tent and not vomit in your tent. Or wherever you're sleeping.
So how many people are sick?
And the rest of you actually get so sick, and especially so for, what is it? I think it was Click who was poisoned up to this point.
Yeah.
You would have slept that off, but you all. God.
As the Hershey squirts begin, Cass is just going to cast Lesser Restoration on himself.
Yeah, you all start to feel incredibly sick. As I said, the 2 who rolled above a 12, or 12 and above, you just managed to throw up. And the rest of you get some horrible, horrible stomach pains, and you get the Hershey squirts.
No business is made without some occasional failures.
See,
Click is up in his hut, just cursing and swearing at this fucking Genasi.
Mel and Bob, you are poisoned.
Like he had a shit experience since he's gotten here,
I'm
and
poisoned.
finally got to sit down. They had some monkey, and now this.
I mean, I would have made a tiny hut for us all to camp in, so I'm gonna leave the tiny hut so I can barf, and the tiny hut disappears when I leave it.
Click is in his own tiny hut.
As is Cass.
You all ate demon.
So
monkeys
Mel's
with
the only
demon
one
blood.
that's severely affected by it?
Yeah, Mel and Ba are poisoned. Like they're just poisoned.
Okay, disadvantage and everything, isn't
Lesser
it?
Restoration on Mel and Ba.
Wait, so am I like majorly poisoned or?
You would have ended up starting to sleep it off, but yeah, you're not poisoned anymore.
Okay.
Alright, so you do cure them of their poison, but yeah, you guys ate some demon monkeys with demon blood, poisonous demon green. I can't remember the description of it, but the crap they drink is it's like super demon elixir.
Alright.
They get from their I think it's some kind of lord. But,
So,
they're
Gus announces a new rule. 1, no eating monkeys, and 2, he will inspect the food before he serves it to the entire party.
You know, if the food's ever questionable, I can get rid of it. I can make it nice and good. You just have to tell me.
Yeah, I don't
It's
think
called dignity.
Yeah, only the 2 that didn't come in with Ball would realize that that these monkeys were drinking some straight poison to everybody else, but it's like a buff to them. Let me go open it up real fast.
I mean, I got elixir from them a while ago.
Yeah, what they drink is called Demonicore. And it gives them like a super steroid buff. As you could tell, when they drank it, it was able to move 80 feet per turn.
Oh, that.
And, yeah,
Okay.
they drug off the the bird for lunch.
So everybody's not poisoned anymore, yeah?
Yeah, they're not. You all
Okay.
did have
Thank
a
God.
rude waking through the night. You can return back to sleep afterwards, though it'll be an uncomfortable sleep.
I'm hungry again.
I mean,
Gus
you
has
just-
back problems. He always has an uncomfortable sleep.
But you all did just kind of violently expel all of what you ate.
All at once.
And the Scarlet woke up and is taking notes. Once again.
Does that
You
mean
know
we're
this is
finishing a
going to
long
be
rest?
fuel for her new song. Alright.
Does that mean
well,
morning's come?
Yeah, you all do finish up your shifts. Nothing eventful happens other than that. About the third shift, it starts to sprinkle a little bit, and it's starting to. It's not a heavy rain, but it's coming down a little bit.
Just
The
my
den-
luck.
The dense canopy of leaves does shelter you a little bit from it, because this is what's making it dark and, hard to see while you're traveling through the forest. But I mean, it is raining.
I'm gonna prepare spells and roll my 2 d20s.
Alrighty.
Alright.
Anyone who didn't take a shift, wake up 2 hours before everybody else. So you definitely have time to do stuff.
How long does it take to prepare spells again?
Depends on the class. I think it's usually like a minute per spell
Alright. How
if you're
many spells,
preparing a new one.
Hmm.
It's you just gotta look at the spellcasting and what it takes for you to prepare new spells.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the next morning it does come about. Scarlet seems to be composing or creating a new song regarding the nights before. You can hear kind of mischievous
Oh, yeah.
lyrics coming from
She's
her.
making a comedy epic about
She's
The
gonna
brown
turn you all-
rain.
Yeah, the brown rain. There you go. She's gonna turn you all into a legendary party, whether you like it or not.
I mean, not if she doesn't get back to civilization.
Well, that's true. The Bear King just might straight up kill her. But during the morning, about the remaining 2 hours of waiting for everybody else to wake up who didn't take the shifts, the harpy would fly back down and come to the songstress and actually get into her little wagon. She doesn't like the rain. But the harpy. After the 2 hours pass, Ball wakes up. The same with everybody else around whenever you would want to wake up, and he would start talking to the harpy. Something along the lines of, she wants to stay nearby. Benjamin kicked her off the horse. She couldn't figure out where to go. She had to camp out in the tree somewhere. Also, she kind of got kicked out of town, so she can't go back there for a while. So she's gonna hang out with Ball, which is, good for you guys.
Well, all I have to say to that is, bah humbug. Thank you.
Alright, anything you all gonna do in the morning before you pack up camp and leave?
Not Gus.
Click is gonna look for some small sticks and practice his woodworking skills. Just practice whittling the sticks down.
Alright. Ball will get on his horse. He will keep Scarlet Songstress's wagon attached, since she is going to be traveling with you and there's no longer a horse in the party. She's going to gather up as many of her pillows as she can in her bag of holding. It's going to be a bag of holding pillows.
How inefficient.
Listen, she ain't gonna sleep on no ground or bedroll that's beneath her. She's gotten used to the life of luxury. She ain't gonna let it go just yet. And Zilk will actually, the harpy will actually ride in the back of the wagon to avoid the rain. And before he leaves, Ball will mention to everybody, alright, if you guys need any more help, just yell at Zilk. I assume one of you has the stone.
I nod. I hold out the stone to show that I have it.
Zilk will wave her own stone back at you. It's a meaningful conversation of waving the stones back and forth.
Yep.
All of this stoning is making Archimedes a little uncomfortable.
I'm going to pursue my own leads and hopefully help out your investigation. If you need more aid or more people, I can try to find more of my adventurers that went to other towns and bring them to you.
Have a good trip, Ba.
Cass goes up to Ba and transforms into that tiefling he's transformed into a few times. It says,
The elderly tiefling.
if you see this guy, send him our way. He's an old friend of mine.
I've completely forgotten what that tiefling is to you.
He's definitely a dude.
Yeah. Unlike Click, who's a little ambiguous.
I will. I'll keep an eye out. I'll spread the word to the other people in my party. He'll look to Click and Archimedes. You two stay with them. Their numbers seem a little bit low.
Click kind of he has a little bit of resentment in his eyes, but he nods nonetheless.
Archie enthusiastically stays here.
Even though this party changes members a bit, the prophet says the events of this party will play an ultimate. What's the word? Will have an ultimate effect on whoever finds the Grand Elementium. He will get on his horse, and if you guys have nothing else to say, he'll start to leave.
I wave goodbye.
Gus also waves.
Alrighty.
Archie waves his hand like a little circle. Or like when you're cleaning a windshield.
Alright, so we'll just go back to the main page here. Alrighty, so I have circled where it is the songstress said the Bear King's lair was. Where you will end up finding him.
You're so far away.
Yeah. And one of the things you were going back to the necromancers for and back to town was try to find a water walking potion or a scroll. So you can get the horse across, but now there's no horse, so.
Oh, yeah.
You guys can just swim across if you want, though, you know, swampy, infected, marshy water full of undead.
What if we built a raft?
Ooh.
It's definitely an option now that you don't have a giant horse.
That's...
We could make a raft.
Just make a few boats or rafts. I assume one of you's proficient in the crafting skills, wherever it is. the crafting skills necessary for it?
What are the crafting skills necessary?
Define proficient. Click is definitely willing to give it a try.
I am proficient in acrobatics. If I need to do flips around the boat,
I've got some tinker's tools. Will that work?
Do tiny huts float?
No. They sink.
You
They
have plenty
bring
of
you
those to
down
go.
with it. Oh yeah, create a bridge of tiny huts.
alright, I'm guessing we should probably go for building a raft rather than just swimming.
I do have water breathing spell in case anyone needs it, though.
I
That
feel
seems
like,
like the raft seems like far too much work, and Cass just would jump up on his broomstick.
well, not all of us have a
Have to get
flying
flying.
broomstick now.
Planning ahead. Come on, guys.
Wait a second. What if we just use the flying broomstick to transport us over the water one by one?
Which was an option before, but wasn't an option before because of the horse.
So
Oh,
how big is this river? You know.
It will
Thing.
take a full day to cross it on boat.
What
But
about on
if we-
broomstick?
yeah.
But on the broomstick, it won't take a full day. It'll take about half a day to cross it. Just take about another half to get somewhere to get to it and cross it. But if you're carrying someone one by one across with the broomstick, it'll probably take a while.
If either side gets attacked, they're pretty much dead.
Yeah, there's tiny rivers. As you guys travel into this forest, there are tiny rivers everywhere, streams and yada yada. It's just what you're seeing before you is actually a giant kind of. I think river is underselling it, but it's giant, massive water, and you can barely see the other side of it.
It's more like a vertical lake.
Kinda. The land. A little bit of backstory was, you all would have probably heard of this during the 2 months you've been here, just by random chatter. The last ones to use the Grand Elementium were the Water Genocide tribes, the Water Genasi, and they almost flooded the entire land with it. Like this whole continent was almost underwater. That was until the Earth Genasi used theirs to create chasms everywhere to sort of try to drain it. So that yeah. That was the last usages of the Grand Elementium before Shadow stole and destroyed them all.
I really do think our best chance is to build.
I'm for the boat.
I like building things.
Because I actually don't know if it would take longer to go around than to just build the raft and go across.
Traveling
We might
through the
just need
forest,
to fix
would
it a few times along the way.
Yeah, it'll take you a hex per day to travel, and especially across the river if you get a raft going. I'm trying to look at tools here. Oh, here we go. I do believe.
Yeah, it's definitely faster to use the raft. As far as I can see.
I think you would probably need some carpenter's tools in order to try to build a boat, a good raft.
I don't have that.
Is that different than woodcarver's tools?
Yeah, woodcarver's tools is more of, carving figures, arrows, small
Okay.
weapons and bows and things like that.
Ugh.
You do carve a entire raft out of a tree.
Fine, let's go around.
It would help, but you
Yes.
probably need the carpenter's tools to make a good floating raft.
Let's on second thought, let's absolutely go around. It's always the best way.
Okay.
Those nightmares only skimped you on your reward, by the way. They were gonna promise you some scrolls, remember?
Oh, now I gotta track them down and beat them up.
Yeah. Which they would have stayed where they were, and they started moving at the same time. Alrighty. So, choose your path. Because remember, on the roads, which are the white lines, you can travel 2 hexes per day. And, oh no! That's right, I changed that. Traveling through each hex in the forest would take 2 hexes, would take 1 hex per 2 days. It would take you 2 days to move through 1 hex. Just kind of trying to cut through it.
Alright, let's go on that road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is marshy terrain. It's kind of hard to pass through. I'm glad I
Yeah,
wrote that
no.
down because I would have totally forgotten about it. Inconsistency. That's always fun, right?
There we go.
Alright, now we should probably go around. Go on the roads.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
On the road again.
I'm sorry, where are we headed to again? Which of these named locations? Oh, sorry, voice. Where are we headed again? Oh.
I don't know. Someplace that lady told us to go.
It's in the middle of nowhere.
That lady. She, the songstress kind of scoffs as she goes back to plucking away at her instrument. Who is now walking is not happy about, by the way. She has to walk.
Like a peasant.
She does not miss leaving the forest. Having to walk
don't
everywhere.
Cass intentionally goes just a little bit ahead of her on top of his broomstick as he's going.
Alrighty, so as you're traveling, so considering the road is halfway into the next one, if you want to go back to the road, it'll only take you a day to get back there.
You know.
Alright.
Sorry.
Ah,
Sorry. It's just if we did make that raft, we could just go through the river system all the way straight to the circle point, and that might actually be faster than using the roads.
yeah, but if we build a raft, it might end up being rickety at best, and I don't want to be caught
And
on
also
a
we don't
sinking
have to
raft in a boat, on a sea just chock full of undead.
So the dangers of the swamp, the undead, and the normal kind of wildlife that likes to live in the water. And
Yeah,
marsh,
so
swampy water.
count me out of that.
Road it is.
I'm not trying to influence your decisions away. I'm just going to give you additional information.
I feel like you're influencing my decisions, Krim. I mean, I feel very strongly towards one thought, and I blame you solely.
The
Alright.
traveling on the road will be probably be quicker. It would be a lot more travel, like a lot
Yeah,
more.
Well, I vote we go on the road. What does everyone else say?
Road.
Well, as it means that Scarlet has to walk farther. Road.
Yeah, that's always the best influence decision, despite my characters. I see.
Alright, road it is.
Round that road again.
All right, everyone.
Can't wait to get on the road again.
Everyone does have control of the poor little party token, so you can just move it wherever you
Ooh.
want.
Oh my god.
Ooh, nice.
Yep.
Yep.
So that is
Although-
a full day's worth of travel.
Mhm.
And
I'm going to assume we're just going to keep the same watch rotation.
well, Ball's gone now.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
but Gus was with him, so
Oh, alrighty.
Yeah, so it's Gus, Cass, me, and then
Archimedes?
Archimedes. Or Mel.
Yeah, I was 4th, wasn't I?
I do have dark vision though. I can see in the dark. With the eyes of
Yay.
a bat. But not like that bat. A different bat.
If you have dark vision, Click definitely doesn't mind, cycling his watch.
I do.
Yeah, I think it
like
was
cycling.
the two people that can see in the dark would be in the middle of the night. And then whoever on the bookends for twilight and dusk and dawn.
I've got Dawn.
Well, Click doesn't have night vision yet. He's working on something that will help him with it. He does have a familiar that can see in the dark.
Do you want something to? Well, don't we have torches or anything?
I mean, create a
I
bonfire.
wave my hand and conjure the light cantrip on a pebble I pick up off the ground.
Making light in this forest so far has been a very bad idea.
I close my hands and the pebble is blocked.
After the day of travel, you managed to make it the road about 6-7 hours of travel, just walking, and you're near the road now. And as Gus, Mel, and whoever else it was, traveling on the roads has been particularly safe.
All
I
right.
mean, you still make watches, but you haven't had anything happen to you on the roads yet.
Can I have the third watch?
By all means.
Yay!
But yeah, as you travel out of the forest, it becomes a lot less swampy, turns more into a regular kind of temporary forest, coniferous kind of almost, just a normal forest. It's a lot less swampy and marshy, and it's easier to travel on the road.
I don't mean to alarm anyone, but my computer seems to be freezing up, so if I randomly cut out, don't be too alarmed. Oh, there we go.
Right.
Never
Give
We'll
mind.
be alarmed, don't worry.
Just give your computer a blanket.
Alarmed as fuck. You sneak up and startle the fuck out of that bear. Alrighty. But yeah, you do end up making it to the road, seeing signs of civilization after, what was it, about 3-4 days in the forest? In
Hooray!
which you came across, an entire battalion of monkeys and undead fighting each other. Some monkeys picking off some leftover people and a giant corpse ball. That was your 3 to 4 days in the forest. You went off the road. So you want to keep traveling through the forest?
Ooh. Uh-oh.
I think someone dropped out.
Yep.
No one dropped
I'm
out
still-
of Discord, so it's fine.
I'm still here. It's just that Google Chrome specifically was freezing up.
Ah,
So
damn you, Chrome!
damn you. So it's gonna take me a bit to get back onto that.
I don't think anything should happen, dice permitting, that is. I am out of drink and I am thirsty as hell. How about we take a 5-minute break here
That would be useful.
Sounds good.
while we get our collective shit sorted out. But I'm thirsty. I'll be back here in a bit.
All right, bye everyone. I'm going into the abyss to come back out later.
Have fun.
Don't forget to write.
Oh wait, Cass is a guy? Oh. Well, that's news.
So Click is definitely going to need to buy some carpentry tools.
Yeah, that sounds useful. Hmm. Hey, Click, have you read Cass's backstory yet?
I haven't read the whole thing.
There's a mention of a play called Julio and Romulette. Sort of facepalmed at that one.
Wow, so Destiny 2 is free right now, and I'm like on the subreddit helping out all these new players. There's one person who was super mad at all the bad cutscenes. Turns out he was mad at the loading screen.
That's funny.
There's people here who I'm not sure have ever seen a video game before.
Right. Yeah, I actually got that game for free too. I haven't played it yet though.
Do you want to join my friend's clan?
Well, that's quite the offer.
I mean,
problem
no
is-
one does anything. I was even in the chat room like, hey, does anyone want to do stuff? No one responded. I'm like, this clan is sure quiet lately. No one said anything. But this weekend we're planning on doing the raid that's in the vanilla game. But like, that's about it. It's a very, very quiet, empty clan. But you get free stuff for being it.
Sounds nice, but the problem is that my internet connection is, well, I have problems accessing internet at the moment. It's not the connection, actually, it's just,
I see.
life kind of gets in the way of things.
I see.
So, while I would love to, I don't think I can even find the time to play the game, you know, online and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's understandable. Here I am juggling school and video games, and yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Hello.
I have returned from the abyss.
What'd you do?
Restarted my computer.
Ah. Are you sure you didn't make any, like, deals with the devil or anything?
Uh,
No Dancing with the Devil in the Pale of the Moonlight?
I mean, I didn't shake his hand.
That's good. I've seen him in the bathroom. He doesn't wash.
Ah.
No, that makes me think of like the meme from the old like Avengers cartoon. No, it was DC Justice League cartoon where like Lex Luthor was in the Flash's body. It's when Lex Luthor, as the Flash goes to the bathroom, doesn't wash his hands. So it's like, "Are you gonna wash your hands?" And he's like, "No, because I'm evil."
Next time I do something that needs explanation, I'm just gonna say no because I'm evil as the explanation.
I think one of the best parts about that episode in particular was when Lex Luthor was like, "I will finally know the Flash's secret identity," and
And he takes
ripped
off
off
the
the
mask.
mask and he said, "I have no idea who this is."
I haven't seen any of this cartoon stuff.
I watch primarily animation.
Ah, yes, the animes.
Oh yes, the weeb has granted us with his presence.
Western animation as well. But there's a much lower amount of Western animation than Japanese ones, so yeah, mostly anime.
I don't watch anime.
I don't know. I mean, there's some good ones out there. One Punch Man, My Hero Academia, which
JoJo's.
is JoJo. You know what? JoJo is my secret pleasure anime. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's not a secret for me.
There's something about it that just, I don't know. It's the cheesiest thing, and it doesn't shy away from it. And I love that about JoJo's.
It's just incredibly bizarre.
It's quite the adventure.
And here I thought I was going to be the punny one.
Alrighty. Is everyone back?
Maybe.
Click is here.
I have returned.
Say something if you're not here.
Yeah, say something.
I'm not here.
Oh shit. Yeah, I think that's everybody. Healy, you're here, right?
Yep.
Alrighty, that's everybody. Alright, so we were setting up shift for the night. Let's see what we're all. Alrighty, the rain does not let up through the night. But you're not in a giant muggy kind of swamp anymore, so it's a little bit more tolerable. I'm not sure you set up a tiny hut or not to shield yourself from the rain, but
There's always a tiny hut.
yeah.
There's like a dozen of them.
So
When in doubt, tiny hut it out.
to those of you who don't have tents, you don't get wet in the night thanks to the tiny hut.
Oh yeah, and I unrolled this giant, like, threadbare, super tacky rug that I got at a great bargain, so anyone could just sleep on it inside the tiny.
Oh yeah, you got the giant rug. That's right.
Wait, did you go thrift shopping in D&D?
Yeah. Mel did. She had
Real life me has to do the thrift shopping somehow. I've moved to a town with one thrift store. I used to live in a town with like 3 thrift stores.
What, Moscow?
Yeah!
Moscow, Russia.
She had to get her
Man,
mind off the
I
slave
sure
harpy.
miss those secondhand stores. I did. That's like the only thing I miss about Idaho. Idaho, the land of white.
Ouch. That's the only thing you miss about Idaho?
No, that's not true. Idaho wasn't that bad. It's just that now here I'm like, wow, there's like infrastructure. Anyway, back to the topic at hand.
Yeah, Mel went thrift store shopping to get her mind off the slave harpy. That was foreboding
We'll get
on
back to it. I
Yeah.
fully intend to orchestrate a revolution at some point.
You know what? I had
That's-
no idea, Joey. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Is that a true fact?
The one next to me does at least.
Can
You
you
have a
confirm?
chinchilla? Wow!
a ferret running around somewhere.
You have pictures of your chinchilla.
Probably. They're on my phone though.
And unfortunately, his son was lost in the great skydiving accident of 2017. Never found again.
Oh.
I'm sure someone found them. Just unsure what they were looking at. If they were skydiving. Alrighty, Alright, so as I said, the night passes by uneventfully. The road is a rather safe place to kind of camp off the side of. You do through the night. Those of you who are taking watch, there are a few people traveling through the night. You do see a few roadsmen, guards that patrol the roads. Patrolmen. There you go. Patrol guardsmen. You'll see one or two kind of travel through the night. There's little way stations along the way. Since you traveled on the road before, you would have seen them. But as you guys get more into the Earth Genasi territory,
I'd just like to say that anytime I'm not taking a watch or Click isn't taking a watch, he wants to practice whittling wood.
Potato.jpg. My god, it's adorable.
Aw.
Mm.
Look at those ears.
Wait a second, we're going in Earth Genasi territory.
yeah, as you start traveling into Earth Genasi territory, you see less and less Air Summit patrolmen and more just Genasi traveling about the road. You do see a lot of scared people with all their possessions kind of traveling down the road every so often, getting away from the Earth Genasi territory. You have a rough map. You can tell they're traveling from the World Chasm. I'm not sure if Mel or anybody wants to pass on the information of why that is, but there are a lot of refugees coming from the Earth Genasi refugees traveling away from their territory.
I will attempt to convey, but I forget. Real life me forgot why exactly all these refugees are here. Was it something to do with the World Chasm, right?
Yeah. The Slayers Guild are usually out here on the. I'm actually covering up with my little hex here. Out this way, in this general direction, that little marker is just kind of a placeholder. The Slayers Guild, that's what they call them. That's what they've officially called themselves. Before they were just called the Slayers. They slay monstrous beasts, mountain-sized, gargantuan beasts. That's what they do for fun. And they all live out on this ice continent shelf that's all around the mountain, all around the land. The shelf has never been dense enough for their massive size to get close to the islands, to get close to Tavon. But lately, something's been happening. Nothing that you all guys know, but from what you heard is that some of the beasts, the giant gargantuan beasts, have started trying to climb these mountains. They've made it to Tavon. And because this is such a big threat and big deal, a lot of the natives that live up that way are leaving for fear of crossing paths with one of these beasts. The Slayers are trying to take care of it, but the fact that some of them managed to get to Tavon is a big deal. Thankfully, the mountains are kind of keeping them away, but still. But that's the cause for all the refugees. And I'm not sure how Mel would portray that information to everybody else, but that's basically the gist of it.
I will convey it extremely poorly.
Yeah.
So,
Because, I can only say what I overheard in Giant's Fall, or Gaint's Fall. Is it supposed to be Giant's Fall?
Giant's Fall, you were in Roxmeld when you heard it. That's where all the refugees are.
Oh, right, yeah, sorry, we were in Roxmeld. I'm just looking at you reversed the I and the A in Giant's Fall! But yeah, okay, I'll try to use whatever overheard snatches of conversation I heard in Roxmeld. So basically you guys hear an amalgamation of a whole bunch of different people's voices, each saying half a phrase that makes up what Crib just said.
So the
So-
Beastie Boys are causing homeless people.
I nod.
Cause
I always
whoever she's portraying this to, you might have a slight headache coming along.
Ow.
Amazing.
As she portrays this directly into your minds in 1,000 people's different voices.
Oh no, I'm using my like regular voice. If I were using my detect thoughts hat, it would be just like the infomercial lady voice relaying all the information.
Oh. Okay. I thought you was like using bits and pieces of everybody's information.
No, I mean if I'm using the message cantrip, I don't need to abide by the whole like.
You were just
can
talking
only-
to them, telling them that. Okay, never mind.
Yes. Yeah.
Forgot how Kinku works, but yeah. Okay, so you were just saying that in everybody's voices. But yeah, that's happening up in the Earth Genasi territory.
Alright, good to know.
Cass is
Incidentally,
going to go ahead and take on the form of a Earth Genasi, since that seems to be the area we're going to.
incidentally, Mel and Tech and whoever else was left, I can't remember who it is. Cass, yeah, that's right. You know that Cinder went towards the Slayers, their little village. So that's where Cinder's at.
Good.
That's where he took his vacation.
Cinder. I'll say Cinder. He's crazy.
He is. Yeah. You guys really haven't got to deal with him a whole lot.
Why is he crazy?
I will replay the mega chicken, whatever her name was, Astra told me. I'll be like, we want to get the Grand Elementium for Cinder so that he can burn the whole world. Or like I'll conjure like a tiny like version of her saying that, so that it's clear that like this is something that I heard someone else saying using my minor illusion, and then I'll like voice the minor illusion to be like, yeah, we met this lady who said these things.
Click still isn't quite sure of everything that Mel is trying to convey, but he's very impressed at the minor illusion plus voiceover.
Are we about here right now, or are we still?
Oh yeah, you can move a square, so you can move forward one if you wanted to.
All right.
Can't we
But,
move up 2 because we're on the road?
Yeah, you can move two. That's right.
Oh yeah. Bam.
Remember,
Yay.
that's annoying. Do performance mail.
Okay, let's see.
Make sure to let them like you. They don't like me.
Alrighty. So it does
Okay.
actually look pretty good. I was gonna say if she rolled low, it's gonna look like a really crappy dub. Voicing to the illusion.
Nice. It's like all your base are belong to us.
Yeah, something like that. But no, it actually looks like it's actually coming from the illusion.
This is like Obi-Wan Kenobi reappearing levels of,
Yeah,
you know.
something like that. But yeah, you managed to travel the 2 full squares. So you are traveling on the road. It's not particularly dangerous. As you travel, the weather does start to let up a bit. It's cross few very small towns and not towns, villages, like population of 20 type small village. Some farmland, but the Genasi don't know how to farm right. So it's like makeshift farmland. But
So they're like one step above hunter-gatherers.
It's like, we got all this rocky soil, why isn't anything growing?
basically. Well,
Or it's like people who grow plants and then forget to water them for a month, and then are like, oh no, my plant's dying! So they douse it in water, and the plant is just barely hanging on, like me and my plant.
You see, this is why I became a cook.
yeah, from this point on, you kind of the Genasi have. It's only been like 50 years since the end of the war, and the Genasi have only known war. So now that war is out of the equation, their economy kind of sucks. They're kind of figuring out life for themselves now.
Speaking of which, how many dirty looks do I get from Earth Genasi?
Can Earth Genasi give a non-dirty look?
That's a good one.
I mean, I assume the years of racial war kind of tainted their perception of them. Of
Yeah.
us.
No. You are a native, aren't you? Virgin, I'll say, aren't you?
Yeah.
They seem a bit more concerned about getting the hell out of Dodge. But yeah, they do see the fire genasi and are kind of wary of you. Every other genasi and every native of the land, because it's Goliaths and Arakakra and other races too that you kind of see pass by, because this is all up in the Earth genasi territory, and they all give you that kind of wary look, because the fire genasi did not join the peace treaty that was signed, I think about a few weeks ago.
Cass would be, as people look uncomfortable, don't worry, he's fine, in the form of the Earth Genasi.
Gus gives awkward thumbs up.
Throw a sheet over my weight, it's on fire now because it's a fire genasi. Yeah.
Alright, so 6 more uneventful nights to go, right?
Basically. Let's see if anything does happen. Alright, yep. I assume all the watches are the same?
Yeah.
Probably.
Unless there's a 6th watch, in which case I want to alternate between the 3rd watch, the 6th watch, and then no watch at all.
Well, it's only 4. I mean, technically 5, but I mean, the 5th is just whoever didn't take a watch wakes up. And everybody else kind of wakes up around the same time too. But yeah, let's keep going.
Right, so, what are the shapes of Scarlet's exotic pillows?
Like giant seat cushions.
Hmm.
They're different.
Are they circular?
There's one that's circular. Think of like what is it? The Arabian type giant pillows.
Yeah, I forget what they're called. I think it starts with a C or something. I'm not entirely sure.
But she uses them to sleep on.
Yeah.
And
Isn't that like an ottoman thing?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. By the way, for the first 2 nights, you don't need to worry about the bug spray, but at this point, you would need to refill all of your water skins. Which, does somebody have that jug of never drink?
Click does.
Click does. Alright, so we don't have to worry about that. So take
Should I
2
add
off your rations.
This is probably a bad time to mention that I didn't actually get any rations or any
I
water.
open up the bag of holding and take out some rations and give them to him.
Luckily you, Benjamin, stocked up on like 76 rations in his bag of holding.
Such a responsible individual.
Archie's a bit of a moocher.
Are you subtracting that for everybody, or are we just subtracting our own?
If you're gonna take out that bag of holding, then I'd subtract it for yourself too.
So we each subtract our own ration from the bag.
Yeah, who all is taking ration from the bag of holding rather than eating your own?
Cass has a stockpile, he's good.
Click is also fine.
I've got jack
Gus is-
shit.
Gus is fine for now.
Alrighty. So everybody's eating. Songstress is still eating up her own rations. Her own rations.
How
she's
many
made for
rations
herself.
does she have?
Do I?
Well, she
do I
also
move
has a
up?
bag of holding, and you have a butt ton in yours. So let's take a guess.
What does the songstress even have for rations? Like, what does she actually eat?
Food.
Children's
Fancier.
souls.
Fancier than our food.
It's all the rage. It's the new fad diet.
Caviar.
Children's souls. French fries.
Caviar. Fresh from the
Nachos.
made
Dude, that's like
fresh
been my
from the
diet for the past 2
Tritons.
days.
Alright, do I move up another 2 squares?
Yeah. Oh,
So
what are we
you
passing,
can-
by the way?
You can stop in this town. It's another major kind of town, or you can just move through it.
Can I buy
Click would
rations?
like to
Water skin?
purchase carpenter's tools if he can find them in town.
I'm seeing what I had planned for this town.
I hope it's not like one of those like towns that's like supposed to be there, but they didn't get there and it's just like burned down and it's like, well, alright.
Can't be worse than a werewolf town.
This town is populated mostly by. Actually, that is a good question.
Don't worry, it's not werewolves, it's werecats. Completely different.
How big is a huge creature?
9
Pretty
squares.
big. Pretty
9
big.
squares.
3 by 3.
A big boy.
Oh, 3 by 3. And not too bad. That's how big the corpse mound was. A huge creature. I remember now.
So isn't he a large creature? Like a 2x2?
Yeah, large. No, yeah, you're right. Large is a 2 by 2, but no, the corpse mound was a 3 by 3.
Oh,
It was a huge
Oh.
creature.
I didn't realize.
But this town is populated mostly by Earth Genasi,
Surprise.
Goliaths that have come down from the mountain, because this is the whole other section of the mountain.
Awkward thumbs up.
Yeah, this is more of where they're located, on the this side of things. And there's actually quite a few giants roaming about. Stone and hill giants. So I was asking how big a huge creature is, because they're huge creatures. They are not attacking. They're just seem to be following with the Goliaths, as they have befriended one another. As you can clearly see them in their interaction with each other. They are speaking
don't
giant to
think-
one another. Oh yeah.
Small gnome boy over here, by the way. Have like tilt my head really far up.
Yeah.
Wow.
You also
I'm-
see a few wind genasi in this area.
Oh.
They're not a few. I mean, there's not a whole lot. Just a few that happen to have come by, as their territory kind of borders down through here. The town is littered with Goliath refugees. Same with the Rocksmeld. Whereas the Goliaths came down to here, whereas all the Genasi went to the other place, Rocksmeld. I did not name this town yet, as I did not figure you would go through it.
Sorry.
I will have a name for it. I did have a rough idea for it. Yeah, it's Bob.
Well,
the town's called
You
Bob.
did say that they were getting out of Dodge before. You could just call the place Dodge.
Yeah, Dodge.
Yeah, like the town
then
of
they'd
Dodge.
be going to Dodge. Not getting
no
out
one
of
goes
Dodge.
to Dodge.
Why would we get out of Dodge? Just go to Dodge.
Well, maybe you call this town Perry.
What's your chinchilla's name?
Is your
Potato.
chinchilla's name Potato? Wow!
As an
That's-
Idahoan, this pleases me.
That's a funny name.
So, your potato loves mini wheats.
Yep, it's been a familiar in a few games.
Your mini wheat.
GM's always like, a
potato.
chinchilla. What the hell do you want a chinchilla for? Nope, it's a chinchilla. It's named Potato.
Come along, potato. Alrighty. But nothing too spectacular happening in this town other than that.
Alright.
So, can I buy some carpentry tools?
Yeah, they'll sell to you for base price.
Okay.
Could just steal it.
You can just steal it. There are a lot of refugees to steal from, and the Goliaths are known to be
Slow.
slow. And although I don't know if you want to steal from the Goliaths who are friends with the giant sitting right
Click is
there.
definitely not interested in pissing off a town full of people who are 3
Goliaths
times
and
the
giants.
size.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a bit
I'm
larger
sure
than
it'll
3
go
times,
well.
actually. I think it's more like 12 times or something like that.
The
It's only
town.
April.
This town is big and it's basically a giant hub for all the races trying to go into the Earth Genasi territory. And that's why you see a lot of these uncommon races out towards the mountains just kind of hanging around.
Is there anything interesting to steal?
Rocks, probably.
Yeah, there are rocks everywhere.
Oh, can I buy some rations and a water skin, by the way?
Did you not have any? Don't you start some with your starting pack?
The starting pack included a lot of books and parchments and ink. No rations, though.
Oh, the
Yeah, I didn't
scholars
start with
pack.
rations.
You start with the scholars pack. I don't think you get a bedroll in that.
No, I
You just
don't.
sleep on the ground.
I've been becoming one with nature. All natural. It's been good.
It's one thing for that to be a choice. It's the second thing for that to be your only choice.
Basically. I do have a small bag of sand, so that's something.
Is that your pillow?
They do have
It's- No, the parchment sheets are my pillow.
as this town is a big refugee place. They are selling just basic adventuring supplies like bedrolls, water skins, and things like that. As you know, a bunch of refugees are coming in. They're trying to sell their shit too.
Cool. Time to go search for what the base price is for all these things.
I think I got it right here.
What is the base price, actually? Where do you find that stuff?
Page 150 of the player handbook. But a bedroll is 1 gold. A water skin is 2 silver. Said you're gonna buy rations too.
Yeah, hold on. Ah, there it is, 150. Alright. I'll just get a bedroll, rations, and a water skin then.
Alrighty. They said they'll be able to sell to the base price. I haven't really decided what the economy of this town is going to be just quite yet. The Roxmel is a big trade town. This is more of a hub for the Earth Genasi to all kind of get together with. Kind of an
Ooh, capital.
outlier town.
A water skin is 5 pounds? That's nuts.
If it's full, which it better be.
Right.
Because, otherwise you're drinking nothing.
We have the never-ending jar of mayonnaise, though. We don't need water.
Yeah, who needs water when you got mayonnaise? Ew.
Nobody, that's who.
Yes.
Relatively sure you could probably survive on mayonnaise. Wouldn't be very good.
I would rather
Probably do it.
die. I would rather die.
You might. I mean, after like the third day of eating nothing but mayonnaise, you probably won't be feeling too super. Alright, so you guys gonna stop in this town and do some shopping? Because this will take the rest of your day if you want to hang around town, do a bunch of shopping and stuff.
I guess, I mean, there's nothing I really want to buy, but like, I'll go with people so that they can put their purchases in the bag of holding and not have to carry it around.
Click stuffs his carpenter's tools into his backpack.
Alright, can I put my bedroll and the rations and even the water skin into the bag of holding?
Yep.
How much?
You can put it in the party loot thing.
Yeah, just label it as
Alright.
yours. I think everybody has access to the party loot if they can want to edit it.
How much do rations cost again?
5 silver pieces per 1 ration, so 1 gold piece per 2 rations.
Alright, cool. Alright.
Where is the... Oh, here it is.
Oh, we're in a town. We can get. I can stop this
I'm gonna-
marshy, sad music.
I'm gonna add 14 rations to this pile. Let's see. Yep.
Let's find some background music.
Looks like you would die of scurvy if you tried a all mayonnaise diet.
Alright, thank you for fact checking me. The moderator.
Well, that's weird.
You know, it's important to learn these kind of things. You never know when it might come in handy.
I think I'm...
Are we on the move
While
again?
While they're shopping, and since Cass
Oh,
is
no,
completely
we're not.
destitute, he is just going to be casting comprehend languages to figure out what the hell all these giants are talking about.
I've also got comprehend languages if you ever need any extra cast.
I think it's a ritual, so you can just cast it. As long as you wait 10 minutes casting it, you can just walk around without using spell slots.
Nope.
Hey,
It's
how's
the only
the
reason I
weather
can do
up
it.
there?
Oh, I actually got a city music here. Let's see.
What is that? A flag?
It's a lance with a flag on it.
Alright. Look like a Q-tip.
Alright, so you spend most of your day here shopping around, getting your carpenter's tools, your adventuring supplies, and Mel, of course, following everybody around to holding up the bag as people toss stuff in it.
Yep. Also,
Playing a game
I
to
am
catch.
listening for any sorts of like funny phrases or like useful phrases, but mostly funny phrases.
They are all speaking their native tongue to each other, which is, I think they're all speaking giant to each other. Can the Genasi speak giant? No, the
Genasi speak primordial.
They're all speaking primordial to each other, and the Goliaths are also speaking primordial, but they speak giant to the giants, of course. Because the giants aren't going to learn a different language. Fuck you guys.
Is there anything
Okay.
interesting said?
They all do speak common to you guys, because that's kind of the language that's coming around. But the primordial was the common language of this land before everybody decided to come fuck things up for everybody, ruin everything for everybody. Just that they've managed to see a few of these looking out into the mists on top of the peaks, looking out into the mists of the frozen drifts, the big ice plateaus. Managed to see the shadows of these monsters. Mainly, is a lot of concern about these monstrosities. A lot of
That's
complaints to
terrifying.
the Slayers Guild, who seem to give absolute fucks for everybody, and how rude they've been to everybody. Basically, help us out, stop these monsters up here. As they do it yourselves, we're busy hunting monsters. We're doing our own thing. If you aren't so weak, go do it. You could just do it yourselves. The Slayers are dicks, is what the impression you're getting.
Out of curiosity, are the Slayers also dwarves for the most part?
You guys haven't really met them yet, so you're not really sure. The one Slayer that you know of is Cinder. He's an ex-Slayer, but I mean he's still welcome there. And he was a little half-elf, or not little. He was actually tall, with long red dreads.
Yeah, none of us have ever met him. We've only ever heard of him.
Yeah.
Does it bother anyone that every pyromancer out there is basically just an elaborate ginger? I don't think I've ever met a pyromancer that wasn't also a ginger.
They just want
I
to watch
shrug.
the world burn.
Sorry, I wasn't actually speaking in character.
Okay.
Because they don't have souls.
There you go. It sort of fits the color scheme I had for him, and he was a character I had before he was an actual pyromancer too, so...
You know, you'd think it would make more sense if they were bald, because that way they couldn't accidentally light their hair on fire.
They're so used to fire, their hair is fireproof. They make it into even in their clothes.
They wear wraps of asbestos.
There you go. This will be healthy, I swear. Alright. So, if you stay within the town, there's not a lot of vacancy, but, I mean, you'll manage to find some place to stay. Or if you just want to camp outside with the rest of the refugees.
I will camp in my hut.
Alrighty. Well, of course, take one rations for everybody. At least you're gonna get something to eat in town, which would just be 5 silver. Where you're in town, you can actually find a place to eat.
I'll take a ration from the bag of holding, I guess.
Alrighty.
Is everyone gonna take a ration from the bag of holding?
Not Gus.
Click is
Okay.
dead.
Alright, I took one.
Alrighty. So in the morning, the weather has actually cleared up now. It's now a cloudy / sunny kind of day. The
Alright.
mood and tension's kind of the same. You before you leave, you see a wagon being carted into town. It's more refugees, but one of them is a bunch of Arakakra, the big eagle the big eagle people.
Are they carrying slaves like we saw them before?
Yes, they are. They're little harpy girls in the wagon, and they're being selling them as slaves to the giants and Goliaths.
So who's with me right now? Like, who is shopping?
Well, this would be in the morning. This is as
Cassie's going around with you guys too,
Archimedes.
Alright.
but he's not buying anything.
But yeah,
Cassie has no money.
Mel knows this, and I think Cass and Gus maybe. But yeah, the Arakaka are complete dicks to these harpies.
Yes.
Yeah,
Gus
I'm
does.
going to communicate that to everyone super stealthily using my message cantrip that I have for my hat of detect thought. So that way the Arakakra don't know that I'm talking shit about them. Because they're big and scary, and I am small and wimpy. But yeah, I basically tell everyone, like, hey, these Arakocra, they take the harpies as slaves and sell them. It's really terrible. If we're ever looking for a mission or something, we could orchestrate a slave uprising, free everyone, turn the tables a bit. Long-term plan, though. We don't have to do anything right now. We've got to save the world.
This bird's talking shit.
This is all in your heads, like a generic infomercial lady voice in your head says all this, but like it's coming.
Yeah, as you're saying that, everybody else sees her just like standing there, not making a sound.
Yeah.
Where are these thoughts coming from? I'm confused.
They come from your brain.
Myself.
Who doesn't understand telepathy?
Using deductive reasoning, I can only conclude that Mel has lost her voice and can now only communicate through body language.
Mel never had a voice to begin with.
I shrug. You're not far off there, pal.
Oh.
Do we move up another 2 squares?
Oh, you apparently just did. Alright, as you set camp there for the night, because that was as you were leaving the town.
Right.
By the way, all the Goliaths and Genasi seem to be perfectly okay with this. This seems like just another day for them, like this is just a natural occurrence. And it seems only Air Summit seems to have the morality issues of slavery. The rest of them seem to be pretty okay with it. As you guys leave the town, nothing happens. Traveling. You manage to see the same things as you see coming into town, but in reverse as you're heading out. The lands, you see less mountains and more kind of hills, and the hills sort of subside into kind of plains almost. You see makeshift kind of farms and such, small villages trying to start their hand at becoming a farm village, trying to feed all of these mouths that normally would just died in the war. But yeah, nothing eventful happens along the way. You have stopped seeing all Air Summit native races. I mean, un-native. I'm not sure what to call it. You guys are the most uncommon thing out here.
We're the foreigners.
Yeah, you're the foreigners now. You're the minority. Okay, male was always the minority.
That's fine.
But yeah. And if you all retain the same shifts through the night, let's see what happens. Nothing particularly happens. Yeah.
Alright then.
Yeah, no what's gonna happen to you guys on the road.
Man, D&D is easy, guys.
During Cass's shift, he would send out his bat in patrols farther out. Is there anything farther out that's interesting?
Not too much further than what you can see. You do spot a few more kind of outlier villages, same as before, about 30, 20 population. Just small little villages trying to get a start out here.
Okay, that's it. We need to destroy all the villages.
Yeah.
That's our new task.
I don't want to do that. I mean...
Change your line immediately.
As I said before, I live in Idaho. Like, small, crappy towns constitute like 90% of what's actually here, you know?
Go down this road till you see the tree, turn right at the tree.
So what terrain is this, like this hex supposed to be anyways? Is it a river? A forest? Random plain thing?
It's where you start seeing the river start to go into a big marsh area. It's more of just a big swamp. Like think of Miami kind of thing. Just this giant land of marshy kind of water, but it's not really forest or anything.
I'll have to recall all the lessons I learned from Hotline Miami.
Yeah, there you go.
I have to make a cheesy one-liner at the beginning of each day I start there, you know?
Wow!
With the sunglasses, yeah. Wow! Oh, did anyone have any good ones? I can't remember any.
I can't.
All I can remember, all I can see when you say that is the fucking, like, on Reddit, you know, when they, like, type it out with the fucking face, putting the sunglasses on.
Yeah. Ooh, I got one. Looks like this marsh is about to get a new marshal.
Yeah!
That's pretty fucking good.
All right, that's my job from now on. I don't need to be our monk
Make
guys.
puns.
No, I don't even make puns. I'm just the guy who yells after them.
Oh, cool. You're like the hype man, you know?
Yeah. I'm the guy who says noise.
Yeah.
Noise!
You know that one day they have on like the late night show where they have like just that one guy like saying things like that. Now that's what I'm talking about and stuff like that.
I don't.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you guys are starting to head back into marshy kind of land. It's not the dense kind of forest marsh you were in before. It's more of a wetlands type thing. There's enough dry land to kind of make your way through it. I mean, it goes up to ankle high every now and again, but you're able to get through rather unimpeded.
Oh,
But,
by the way, did we ever encounter those mages again?
No, they actually went to Roxmeld,
Oh,
the
sad
opposite
day.
direction you guys went to.
Yeah.
Zilk's probably not in Roxmeld. She got kicked out of there.
Really? She's not like floating above a marsh.
Oh, she's actually with Ball somewhere. But she was very happy to ride on the back of a horse and not have to travel on her own effort.
You know, Bob must be really annoyed whenever he encounters, you know, like a sheep field. He keeps hearing his name being called out.
Ball, yeah. Well, none of you guys were there for it, but that's not his real name. That's just what the prophet calls him. And,
So you're saying it's all a bunch of baloney?
Sure, why not?
Now, did you properly put your sunglasses on when you did that?
No, I didn't. I totally lost track of them.
I need to be ready at all times for this.
Where are my sunglasses? Crap. Okay, I see them. They're on the upper shelf. I just need most of the motivation to actually get up and get them.
Anyway, should we move into the marshes?
We should move into the marshes.
Alrighty.
This group's already great. I don't recognize this music. What's it from?
I think it's just some random music from Roll20.
Ah,
Oh, never mind.
Like-
I was trying to find the soundtrack of just that yell, so I can just have it in my playlist. I couldn't find
Hey,
it.
that's my job.
I'm
yeah,
replacing
your
you.
job's
The
gonna be
computer's
replaced by a
replacing you.
robot.
Yeah.
It's a harsh look at reality, man.
From
This is gonna be our future.
But this is where the road ends. There's a few. It's not a large village or town, but it just seems to be scattered across everywhere. Just of boats and things like that, like fishing vessels and things. Just fish out in this marsh.
People actually fish out in the marsh? That seems kind of dangerous.
Yeah, well, they're trying to get by. Basically, this is where you're just going to start back into the Water Genasi territory, and they're
The last
kind
bit of
of
civilization.
Yeah. You guys can make camp out here, but
Nice.
for moving this point on until you get to the one more square end about right here. So you can move 1 square and be fine for a day, then it'll be back to 2 squares per hex.
Do we just buy a boat, guys?
Well, I bought some carpentry tools.
I guess you feel pretty sad if you got those carpentry tools, then we didn't build the boat, but instead bought one. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Where would we buy a boat from?
I don't know. Isn't this like the boat place with some fishermen? There's gotta be like a poor fisherman who wants money for a boat, right?
I don't know. Definitely try to find one if you want to.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
If you guys
I'd
want to try
only
to
be
find
down-
a guy, go ahead.
Well, I mean, would it be faster than like walking there?
We're already kind of there. You know?
Yeah, 3 days journey. Where are we going after that, though?
The Bear King.
The bear.
I
King?
have no idea.
Oh god. Saw a funny documentary. Guy was like, "There's a bear there. There's a bear there. Everywhere I look, there's a bear. Everywhere we look, surrounded by bears." I don't know. I just thought it was kind of funny.
Yes, we all laughed. We were there.
I don't think bears live in marshes, though, do they?
I mean, I'm not saying a bear can't live in a marsh.
Well, I mean, there's a bear king, so I hope there's more bears than just the bear king in the marsh, you know?
I think the Bear King can be wherever the fuck he wants. So
I
that's
mean, I don't think anything's gonna mess with him.
according more to the book, the Bear King isn't really over bears, he's more over were creatures.
Oh, so if we showed up with like a bunch of salmon, we wouldn't like get a free pass, like a free wish, basically. Like a bear genie. Well, I guess we progress forward then.
You.
Alrighty.
I bet you we get attacked by bears now.
Monkey bears.
Monkey bears.
Undead monkey bear.
Oh
That
god,
sounds terrifying.
literally Gus's worst nightmare.
I mean, there are owl bears, so. Ooh.
Yeah. So, remind me again what the shifts were.
Well, I was third.
Gus, Cass,
Archimedes.
Archimedes, then Mel, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was last, because I was like there for the sunrise when it's like not so pitch black.
Hmm.
Make sure I got these down here correctly.
I don't know, man. There's too many like cobblestone paths around us. My immersion's kind of ruined.
Cobblestone paths.
Isn't that what this gray stuff is?
No, that's
Water.
swamp. It's water.
Oh, it's water. Ooh.
It's like a murky kind of water.
It just reminds me of like the cobblestone from Minecraft, you know? That same gray.
You're a Minecraft.
Either way, my immersion is
Oh.
ruined. I'm leaving this campaign.
Cass is just going to use Mel's hut tonight because he feels
That's
like being
okay.
lazy.
Yep. I cast Tiny Hut because I like being able to use magic with my instrument, my very destructible instrument.
Oh, I forgot to take a ration out of the bag of holding for last journey or last day and this day. How do I do that?
Gotta remember, I gotta change all of these tokens because I messed it up when I made them. Alright, so this happens during the first shifts. Whoever said they were on the first shifts, give me perception check.
Oh, that's me. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Ah.
You all dodge.
That's
Good
actually
luck. Reroll.
not as
TBK.
bad as you. Not actually all that bad, honestly, overall. I mean, it's not great, but it's not a one.
So, since most of you don't have dark vision, you do have the giant bonfire going, right? The big camp, not the bonfire, campfire.
Yeah.
So you can see out.
Yeah.
Now, are you taking your shifts inside the tiny hut or outside of it?
I'm taking mine outside.
Because Songstress is inside your tiny hut now because she doesn't have her wagon.
I mean, I'm not happy about this.
Whose tiny hut is she in?
My tiny hut.
Oh.
I didn't realize there's multiple tiny huts. Was there more than one?
So Click drew his tiny hut. I don't know where everyone
Your
else's
tiny hut is way too small,
Yeah, it's much bigger than
Yeah,
that.
it's twice as big as that.
so we could all fit inside it. Like, if you want to, you could cast your own tiny hut, all by your lonesome. But like, I'm casting a tiny hut big enough for everyone. Like, anyone who wants to be in it can be in it. Just as soon as I remember how exactly it is that you draw shapes here.
Draw shape, hold shift. No, alt for drawing a circle.
Alt for drawing circle. All right.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're
All
drawing
right.
circles now.
Oh no, I have the line selected. I'm so bad at this. I did this like one time. I've never been able to remember how exactly I did this.
No, you're fine.
You could just use my circle, it's fine.
It's okay. We almost have
Oh,
a Venn
no.
diagram.
There's more.
Are you encompassing the campfire? You're gonna fill up the
Yes.
No, I didn't even know the campfire was
no,
going.
No, like,
I guess not,
you
it'd
can
be
let
over here
smoke
then.
out, can't you? It's just the things that are outside can't get in, but like things that are inside can get out.
Yep.
Alright, what do I see?
smoke.
What do your LIC?
What do my cook eyes see?
That's nasty.
Kind of too
Alright.
bad that lost its wagon.
Yeah, she's in here. Alright, so they're coming from down here. And who was making the tech? So Gus, you're up here. So you're on watch. Everybody's just
Okay.
going to bed. The campfire, you're unable to see through the other tiny hut. As all of a sudden you see their tiny hut just go away. Yeah, that tiny hut is gone. It basically just fizzles and disperses and kind of fades away as everyone inside is revealed. And as they are revealed, let's see. You see, what do you guys do?
Was it counterspelled or something?
It was dispelled.
Disperse magic, maybe? Or maybe
That's
it's
not very nice.
Maybe it's a god that just didn't want her hut to be there anymore.
No, they know the people are in there. I'm
Does
sure
this
double
work
check the range. Oh,
Against the hut.
The only thing that works against the hut are Sarlaps.
no, but they got rid of that hut and Since Archimedes is the first one there.
Can we call the hut Jabba, by the way?
If you want. Oh wait, there's so many of those things.
Oh dear.
It was
Alright.
Princess Leia who did that hut in. The Sarlacc pit was Boba Fett, the least cool bounty hunter in the whole franchise.
Really?
Was he the most popular?
Yeah, but he's the least cool. I don't know why people like him so much.
Because he
Alright.
died, or he didn't die by being hit in the back because he wasn't paying attention.
All right, let's keep the debates to a minimum. What exactly am I looking at here?
Hey guys, does anyone else think that the Clone Wars are a little misleading, considering that the clones aren't, all men? It's not really a true clone then, is it?
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, I mean, like, with the new Star Wars, we see, like, women stormtroopers and stuff, so it's
Oh
like...
my
Oh
God,
no,
you're
that's
looking at
like
us how
decades
we're
after
not.
the last clone died. The Clone Wars were
Oh,
like
You mean they didn't,
in
like,
the past.
so in
The Clone
Rebels 1,
Wars
they,
were between
killed all the-
episode 2 and 3. The
you're right,
clones
sorry.
are like all dead.
I was
Sorry,
I was thinking of, actually, the next one, the proper Star Wars one.
sorry. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I'm sitting here wearing my Star Wars shirt, eating snacks with my lightsaber chopsticks.
Those are
I
pretty
swear to God, what am I looking at here?
Look,
All
what do
right.
you mean?
So Archimedes,
Mm-hmm.
oh god, you take 14 necrotic damage.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, as the tiny hut disperses and the magic of it is still kind of in the air, 2 bolts fly through it and hit you, Archimedes. You're probably
For a
asleep at this point.
Yep.
And
Total of sorry, how much does it hit me for? 14?
yeah, 2 bolts hit you together for 14 damage.
A total of 14 damage, not 14 damage each.
Yeah, total of 14 damage.
Alright.
And that's all they can do with a reaction just once. But
All right. Gus sees the damage done to Archimedes, right?
no, because at the
Okay.
same time, a giant void appears in their
Excuse me.
space.
Excuse me?
Yep. No light can be illuminated from the area. Creatures are fully in it or blinded. And they, as you guys awaken to this kind of nonsense that's happening, you're hearing whispers everywhere.
Sorry,
Is this
kid.
So you wake up, you're not sure if you're exactly awake, but you hear whispers everywhere. Except Archimedes, you now have 2 holes in you that weren't perfectly
Okay,
there.
surely I see the void.
Yeah, you see the void. As it's partially covering up the fire, and you can't see the fire inside of it.
All right,
can you
Gus strokes his chin. Huh? That shouldn't be there. I don't know what else to do.
Archimedes is going to scream in a
Shout
really
ambush. Archimedes says what?
screams in a really shrill, high-pitched tone.
Oh, at this point, we're actually going to start turn order here.
Oh God.
Yay! Get ready with your initiative, kids.
Oh God.
Alright, where is it?
That's low.
Where is my initiative?
Oh,
Ah,
God.
here.
That's low.
Oh no, I forgot to select my character.
Yo, guys, keep up.
2, 2. Oh, okay, 2 for both. That's fine.
Oh.
I'll put you on there.
Wait, what?
I don't know if it's this character or what, but every single fucking roll I've had with you guys has been absolute trash.
Oh, hey, apparently my roll didn't go onto the turn order thing.
Oh yeah, you have to select your token and then click initiative.
Oh. I had a really good initiative. Can we use that? I don't want to reroll it.
I get that feel. I don't think Mel wants to give up her initiative either.
Oh, wow. Oh my.
Ooh! Ooh!
How?
Ooh.
Ooh. Oh, Hilo. you good. You got good eyes.
Mel's like, what's going on?
Alright.
Just wakes up, already like, combat ready.
Yeah.
Yep.
Charging at the enemy.
I leap out of bed all ready to go, look around, unable to see anything because we're in darkness.
Triple backflips.
I react
Oh.
kind of quickly considering the holes in the body.
Yeah, you know someone just blasted the piss out of you.
Yeah.
So you all
Literally.
can
My
yell
mouth
and
open.
scream as the turn order happens. But hearing the bolts hit Archimedes and Archimedes in turn yell, everybody kind of knows what's. I mean, since all of you are near Archimedes, you kind of know what's up. Click, you're not sure what's going on as you see outside your tiny hut a big void.
So I hear a scream, and I can see nothing but blackness outside of my hut.
Basically.
Click, something wrong is happening.
Click's about to just stay in this hut.
But, alright, so we're gonna start here. Mel, you wake up to the sound of your hut being dispersed and something flying. Well, you won't actually see that before the void appears, but you wake up to the sound of someone getting hit pretty hard by something, and there is complete darkness all around you, and you're hearing whispers.
Wonderful. I guess I'll try to move so that I'm not in darkness anymore. Actually, this is the time. Yeah. As an action, I will use one of my item spells.
Alrighty.
Fly. And so I fly up in the air. I guess I'll fly 60 feet in the air, like straight up.
The
Alright.
bird can fly.
For the first time, the Kinku has flown. Alright. From at this point, you're not sure if you're dreaming or not, because you know that bird can't fly.
Huh.
You're all woken from a stupor to seeing the Kinku flying in the air. Alright.
Well,
so
they're in
you're-
a void. Can they really see it?
Yeah, the Kinku flies out of the void. It flies. Alright, do you do anything else there, Mel?
I look around to see the source of all this commotion. Do I roll investigation?
Perception.
Perception? Do I see anything?
Give me a second. Skills, perception. Oh, well, okay. Alright, you do see some shadows over here moving about. Over towards this direction.
Alright. Well, having already used my action, there's no bonus actions I want to do, so I'm just gonna squint really hard at those moving shadows, keeping a close eye on them in case they move. And, that's my turn.
Gonna tell anyone?
I mean... Wait, who's all in the darkness?
You don't know.
Okay, like, do I see Gus?
You see Gus and you see the other tiny hut. Which
Oh,
you
okay.
assume Click made because he was the only one who casted it that night.
Yeah, so I guess I'd be like, over there! But like at a volume that it would reach Click and Gus, but like it wouldn't carry farther away than they are.
Noted.
But yeah, that's my turn.
Alrighty. Scarlet. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, you're out of there. Scarlet will wake up. She'll climb out of her tent, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And, let's see. She's going to try to find her way through the darkness. So, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Yeah, she managed to find her way out of the darkness. She's going to look around and see jack crap. She is. Let's see, what spells do I have for her? She's going to turn invisible and head up a little bit further up this way. So yeah, she's invisible. She ain't having none of this. She doesn't even say anything to everybody else. She's like, "Oh shit." She readies her instrument. Archimedes, you just got a hole in your chest. You wake up. There is darkness all around you and something whispering to you in the darkness.
What language is it whispering to me in?
You cannot make it out.
Alright. Well, my first instinct is to reach for my my spell book, as well as my wand of detect magic.
Oh,
I'm assuming I get.
I thought it ended the turn there. Mel. I did not read that. And any creature that ends its turn there. Okay, I see.
What is it?
Mel. Starting your turn there, the slurping and all of that got to you. You freeze a little bit, and you took 8 damage for starting your turn in that void.
Oh,
Yeah.
8 damage. Okay.
Yeah. And the songstress takes 6. And waking up
this isn't good, man.
in that void, you take 7 cold damage, Archimedes.
Is it an attack roll out of curiosity?
Nope,
Is this Hunger for Dar?
maybe.
Okay, because, like, Hunger for Dar, I thought definitely had more style. It wasn't just whispers, it was like horrifying tentacles from the dark void of space!
Well, you can't see the tentacles because you're blinded in it, but no, it's whispers and slurping sounds and just, yeah.
Hey, little baby, let me whisper in here.
That was surprisingly good. Anyways, so assuming I get those, I back up to,
You're going to try to move?
I'm gonna try to reach for the other hut. I'll say I get to around here. And then I
Actually,
cast...
what you're going to do is roll a d8.
I see.
Because you woke up blinded and you're not sure which way is out.
Fair enough. Hold on, I first have to take the 7 damage, was it?
Yep.
Alright.
The 7 plus that 14 you took before.
Yep. Hold on. 18 health points. Alright. Hold on. Slash R. 1d8. 6. So where do I end up?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You moved to right there.
Yay! And I'm going to cast.
But now you can
my-
see you can move freely.
I can see.
Yeah, now that you moved out of that. Now you moved out of the Hunger for Dar.
Nice. Yeah, I'm going. All right. Wow, I still really don't see that much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dark vision was a mistake. All right. Let's use my wand of magic detection to detect magic. Hold on. Do I just press it?
Oh, and your spell sheet, yeah.
Oh, well, it's not my spell sheet. I have a wand, but I don't actually have the spell in my spell book. Can I... Hold on, maybe if I type for it. Detect magic.
You can definitely drag it in there and just change it to however per day it is. So detect magic for the duration, it's a concentration. 10 minutes, so you have to concentrate on this.
Mm-hmm.
So let's add a little thing on there. For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see the faint aura of any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic. And you learn the School of Magic if any. Penetrates barriers, yada yada yada.
There we go.
So within 30 feet of you. I'm not sure where 30 feet of you is. Let's see, do these guys have that? The white.
I think I can even see the tiny hut, honestly. With the
Yeah. So right here, you can sense some magic.
Ooh. I see. Alright. I guess that's my turn then.
Alrighty, you can still move around if you need to. It just
Oh,
took you 10 movement speed to move out of the little circle.
Alright. Hold on, I'm gonna make a little X where I see the sort of faint outline. What's it like right here?
In that direction, yes.
Alright, in that direction. I'll just keep the X there for now then. And I will move, since I've got 15 movement left. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, I'm gonna move to right... okay, can I see where the void is?
Yes.
Alright. I meant like, is there like a drawing of it so I can know where I can and can't step?
Oh, can you not see the little circle I made?
No. Oh, no, I can't. I can't see any circle.
Is it on the light layer?
It's on the GM layer.
Oh, now I see it.
Because I'm seeing a light, something blocking right there. I don't know if that's intentional or not.
Yeah, there's the Hunger of Hadar blocking light in that direction.
Yeah, I see it
Okay.
now. It's a lot smaller than I thought it would be.
It's like a 20-foot radius, isn't it?
Oh,
20
the
foot
red circle, right?
20-foot
That's
sphere.
where it is?
Yep.
If it's a 20-foot radius, then this is way too small.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, radius is halfway to the is half into the circle. So this is a 10-foot radius.
Oh.
It's a lot bigger.
Well, I don't think it could really penetrate the, That's fine, we'll go with that for now.
Alright. I'm going to, with my 15 feet of movement, move over here. And I guess that's the end of my turn.
Alrighty. So it is not your turn, Cass. Being the only thing visible, this steps forward. Wasn't really hiding to begin with. Well, it was, but it doesn't matter now. Surprise is over. Being the only thing visible, since the Hunger of Hadar is blocking all sight, it's just going to attack you twice. Detect magic, disguise. Oh, okay.
Who is it attacking?
It's attacking Archimedes again.
Okay, because I cannot see it even though I'm above the darkness.
Oh, if you're going to roll an attack against me, I'd like to use my lucky feat to re-roll that dice if it doesn't hit. Or I guess, well, How about this? Can you tell me what the roll is, or the result, or the base roll without any of the extra bonuses attached to it, and so I can decide if I want to re-roll it.
Rolled a 5.
Yeah, you know what? He can keep that.
And the other one, it rolled a 12.
It rolled a 12. Yeah, I'm gonna use one of my lucky points to re-roll that. Is it a d20?
Yes.
Alright. I choose the 3 result for his attack.
So surprisingly, no one has ever taken the lucky feat in any of my games.
It's such a fun one.
It's super good, but I've never seen anybody use it because no one really wants to.
Yeah, I've had it in the past. I felt like I never used it, so now I always go with the menacing feat.
We're also scared.
I am like the least
I
menacing
think
person.
you have to be the one who rolls the first 20 whenever you make an attack roll for the check or saving throw.
I can also
unless I'm reading this wrong.
I believe I can also re-roll attacks made against me. Let's see. You can choose to spend one of your luck points after you roll the die, but before the outcome is determined. You can also spend 1 luck point when an attack roll is made against you.
Okay.
Roll a d20 and then choose whether the attack uses the attacker's roll or yours.
Alright.
So if it's an attack roll against me, I can re-roll it, but I don't roll his initial attack.
Yeah, so he misses both as 2 dark black twisting energy flies to you. It has sort of a green hue to it as it just kind of blasts right past you twice. And that's all that one can do. Cass, you wake up to the sounds of fighting, someone getting blasted, and you are completely blinded all around you.
Cass would get on his stick and go straight up until he gets out of where he's blinded.
Alrighty.
And once he does, take a quick glance around and see some big ugly coming from down south. And then go that way.
Alrighty.
Oh, another quick question, by the way. Did the attacks come from the direction that I initially detected with my magic detection, or did they come from a different place?
Same direction.
Okay.
But then I assume I'd be able to see it without this line here, since I'm now over it.
Oh, yeah, if you can...
He was, right about there? So he's within range, but I don't see him because of the big black goo, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and try to attack him anyways.
Do you see him now?
Yep, right there.
Yep.
We are going to do the unsurprising thing that warlocks do.
Cast 3 spells.
I can't believe you'd use Eldritch Blast.
I know, right? It's so uncommon.
You weren't allowed.
Yeah, it eats all of those beams.
Cass feels proud of himself. And then continues on his stick to somewhere over there, behind a tree.
Alrighty. So, it is not your turn, Gus, but another one of these is going to step out of the shadows.
I can see them. They're,
Yep.
yeah, they're menacing.
I am
They're not the
happy
same guy we
with
fought
this.
the last time, are they?
Not these ones. Not that you can see.
Hmm.
Let's see. Bonus.
What do they look like?
Skull things?
Yep. You can't get a clear look at them just quite yet, but when one gets closer, I'll describe it to you.
All right.
But it will do what its other compatriot did and try to blast you, Archimedes, as you are the only visible target. Because it
All right.
can't see the Scarlet Songstress through that tree.
Can you tell me their base rolls?
Can you have a way to determine that?
Well, to use my lucky feat, I need to know like the what the base attack against what the roll attack against me is.
The way I've always read it is you have to just decide to use it
Well, yeah,
without knowing what he rolled.
Well,
Wait,
I-
was
I-
Lucky?
with lucky, I should be able to. With lucky, I should be able to wait until he rolls and then decide before the outcome is decided if I want to roll another die and choose that one instead.
Right, but isn't the outcome the roll?
The outcome is so basically you roll, the number appears, but before something actually happens, you can then re-roll it, basically. Let's see. You have to look. Yep. You make an attack. You spend. Yep. You can also choose. Yep. Yeah. Hold on. Actually, I can write down the full definition of it in the just copy and paste.
I just copied and pasted it in chat.
Oh, it didn't cover everything about it though. That's strange.
So when you make an attack roll, ability check, or you can spend 1 luck point to roll an additional d20 along with it, basically.
And then I choose which of them I want, I believe. There we go. That's what I have down there.
You can choose to spend 1 of your luck points after you roll the die, but before the outcome is determined. So, yeah, basically just roll on every roll, I think. But, you won't know the outcome of it until, We'll just roll with that for now. Alright, so it rolls a 7 for its attack.
I let it slide.
Alright. I don't think that hits.
It's a very complicated perk. That's
Alrighty.
really good.
And for the other one, it rolls a 14.
I'm going to re-roll that one. /R. 1d20. Huh.
What is your AC? Is it that 11?
Yeah, my AC is 11.
Yeah, it hits you with that
a
one.
9, huh?
Yep.
Well, in that case, I have one last question. Can I see the? Can I? Do I have can I see the skull thing?
If
I have
you
vision
can
of it?
see it, you can see it.
All right, I can see the outline of it, so I guess I can see it. In that
Yeah.
case, I'm going to use my one of my divination rolls, which was a 7, and well, I suppose I should probably tell you since I already used the luck point. We'll change it, of course, to a 9, but then before that happens, I'm then going to use one of my divination rolls and replace that attack roll with the 7. If that makes any sense.
Alright, so 7 plus its attack modifier.
And, I'll have
And your
to
AC is
try-
11, right?
Yep, that is correct.
It hits you.
Damn.
The first one, it didn't. It rolled it rolled a 5. It didn't roll a 7.
Oh, okay.
I would just said 7 because that's what it showed up as, because Omega adds the modifiers to it. But yeah, it will still hit you.
All
The
right.
second one will.
So both attacks hit me.
The second one does. The first one misses because you didn't do any confederate to that one.
All right.
But yeah, you take 6 necrotic damage as another
Alright.
twisting black bolt hits you. And this one will step out of the darkness.
Alright, got one more luck point. Let's make it count.
And he's gonna say right where the fuck he's at. Seeing as everyone has moved out of his little bubble, he's gonna stop concentrating on that.
Oh, that's gone.
Yep. And so has the lighting effect that was blocking it.
Well, not that that helps too much.
Yep. And he is going to cast... Oh, what does this do?
He casts Stroke on Archimedes. It's super effective.
Oh, that's nasty. Alright. Then a 10-foot. No, he can't do that. He is going to just straight up shoot you with Eldritch Blast.
2 bolts again, as per the norm.
Yep. So, what is its charisma? 1, 2, 3. Alright, its first roll is a 14.
Alright, I'm going to use a luck point to immediately re-roll. So, /R. 1, 2. Yep, he's gonna instead take the 8.
Alright. He will actually miss you. No, he rolls exactly 11, which I think it's meet or beat, so it hits you, doesn't it?
It depends.
I can't remember. It's been a while since I actually looked at it.
I think if it meets, it actually goes to Defender, but since you're the DM, you go with whatever rules you like.
We'll just say it misses you. Let's say it's to beat your AC.
Oh, that's very kind. I might not die this turn.
Alright, its second roll, it rolls a... Well, you die in more luck rolls anyway, so...
That's true. Although I do have one more divination sleeve that I can replace something with.
Alright, well, it rolls a 2 and a 6, so I doubt it hits you.
Yeah, no, it's gonna keep those. Oh, I love
I think I
divination wizard.
have it all the way... Let me put up its character sheet at that. But, yeah, that's all it does. Alright. Moving on to Gus, it's your go.
Can I like yelp at all the like blasts heading towards me? Like, dance, son.
Dance! Dance!
It really is like that though. with
Well,
all the blasts.
as the little big floating void thing disappears, you see just bolts and bolts flying to Archimedes. And it still says your health is
All right.
39, Archimedes. Are you keeping track of your health?
What do you mean? I set the temporary health to 12. Oh wait. Oh, current hit points. Oh, I thought temporary hit points was like okay.
Nah.
Yeah.
Um,
Let me change that.
on your token.
Oh no!
Yeah, on your
Oh, yeah.
token, you can just type, just click it on the green
Oh,
box.
yeah.
Click the green box
I-
minus wherever
I
you
just
took.
have like I just have like my character thing in a little box that I expand when I need to change something or look something
Alright,
up.
but yeah, Gus, it's your go.
But yeah, I can.
All right.
Okay.
So
That should be 12, not 11. That's weird.
Gus runs over. Also, I realized that I've been doing movement speed this entire time. I have way more free movement speed than I thought I did. So he's just gonna run at this point around Archimedes, and he's gonna say, "You should probably go away. Get back with the healers of the group. Whatever you can."
Which ones are those?
The bird,
Stop beating up the old man.
the bird, and the other flying one.
Bird. flying jerk. Got it.
All right, good. And then Gus is going to do the one thing that he should be doing that he hasn't been using this whole time, which is take a dodge action,
Ah!
Oh,
which I don't think I'm using a bonus action, so I don't think I need key for that.
That's your
Unless-
it takes your action if you're not using it for anything else.
All right.
I think you can
I
use
could-
a key to use it as a bonus.
Yeah, but I'm not going to because there seems to be. I mean, I could go after them, but I would have to go over water, and then I'd be surrounded by two very scary-looking skulls. So I'm just gonna keep that as it is. I'm just gonna stay there with the dodge action.
Oh, it does have another attack. Okay. Okay. So you're gonna stand there and take the dodge action.
Yep.
Click. You wake up to all of this nonsense happen. Oh wait, no, it was Gus taking the watch. You wake up to all this happening all at once. The big void
Screaming
blowing up,
and
sounds of blasts flying everywhere. Then Archimedes doing a dance over there, trying to dodge the blasts as he looks very badly hurt.
okay. Click bolts up, right? And he hears this going on, and he thinks to himself, "You've got to be kidding me." And I have a question for the DM, actually.
Yep.
So this right here is a pillar, right?
It is the stump of a tree, but it's a tall tree. But you just see the stump and outline of it.
So how tall is the stump?
It's not a stump, it's a full-blown tree. It just looks like a stump, and it's got the outline of the tree above.
Okay, I got you. So if I'm like at the edge of a corner of a building or a pillar, so let's say I'm saying, can I lean out to cast something? That's giving myself like, half cover or, 3/4 cover.
Depending
Something
on
like
how
that.
it looks like, yeah, but you can get some partial cover from it. Like, I think Cass right now would be getting about, was a third cover from this thing if it was decided to shoot her. But it would get a half cover from this one.
All right, and it's like pitch dark outside, yeah?
Yeah, your token is set right out, so if you can see it, you can see it.
All right. Click is going to give himself a little pep talk.
Okay.
Just under his breath.
What does he say exactly?
Okay. You can do this, Click. And then he slaps his chest and casts mage armor. And then he makes his way out of his hut to power slide over to this tree stump over here.
Power slide, how stylish.
Alright, well, your little thing's gone, so I'll just move it over here.
And that's going to end my turn. The pep talk is bardic inspiration.
Give yourself bard. Are you half bard?
1 level.
Alright, give me a second. I'm putting something in.
Yeah.
Wait, can you give yourself bardic inspiration? I thought you had to give it to
Yeah,
other people.
I was about to ask because I feel like every bard would abuse that if that was the case.
Yeah, I think you have to give bardic inspiration to
Oh,
other people.
really? Okay, well then, in that case, he still gives himself the pep talk. But it's not inspiration.
I've never even
Quick.
thought of giving myself inspiration before.
Quick, make a deal with the bard, give each other your inspirations.
Didn't know you were a bard.
On hit.
He kind of looks like a bard, though, if you look at his little sheet.
I mean, I don't know. I try not to stereotype people by their outward appearance.
Because if they do that to you, they just get chicken.
Not chicken, but like scavenger trash bird.
Alrighty. So, it is not your go, Mel, but the final. No, not the final. We'll see. It shall pop out and take a step forward. Oh, Gus. I shouldn't have closed that. I'm dumb.
Am I being attacked?
I'm all out of rolls, so I really hope so.
Yeah, that's why Gus came over here.
I know, and no good deed goes unpunished. No good deed goes unpunished.
Oh god, Gus has become the surrogate tank.
Gus.
Yeah.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Uh-huh. Ooh.
Hold on. Actually, before you roll, actually,
Oh, dang. I already rolled.
Okay, never mind then.
Dang.
Alrighty.
Well.
Of course, I need to.
Let's see what an 11 gets me.
To be fair, I couldn't give you much better. I could only have given you a 13.
Ah, okay.
But it would have. It's probably. You're fine.
It would have been moral support.
Look, rolling like the mid numbers as for my divination rolls really sucks, because it's like you can't really replace an attack roll against you, but you can't also replace an attack roll that you're making. So it's just all around not great. Sadly.
Right, what happens to me?
You fall to the. No, you don't fall to the ground. Alright, you become paralyzed as magic grips all around you and is now holding you in place.
Because I still have my detect magic concentration spell up, can you tell me what school of magic is paralyzing him?
Archimedes, I can't move.
No, you cannot, because you're not within range.
30 feet?
Yeah.
On the guy next to me?
No.
Or does it not count?
The magic affecting him?
Yeah.
It's enchantment.
Ah, I see.
Yep.
Alright then.
And he.
Well, that dodge action was useless.
Yep.
Mel, it's your go.
Alright. Man, I don't think there's anything I can do about paralysis. Let me just read this. No. No, not that one.
I think that's the only thing.
Sorry, I'm looking through all of my features. Let's see, which one am I looking for? It's here somewhere.
I think it would be a spell, but I don't think bards get any sort of.
Yeah, no, I'm looking for a different
spells.
one. The one that allows movement. Did I delete it? No, it's not this one.
Oh, you're looking for a. Was it Mantle of Inspiration?
Yeah, that's it. Wait. No, Mantle of Inspiration. Hang on. I think I might have accidentally swapped descriptions of things because my Mantle of Majesty and Mantle of Inspiration are both exactly the same.
maybe. But if you want to use it, I'll just use the Scarlet Songstresses.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I Sorry, everyone. So I will transform into a angelic-looking bird creature,
Oh,
like
you're
no longer
using
by
that
ordinary
one.
appearance. Oh yeah, because I want to give everyone like
Mantle
bonus
of
health.
Majesty.
Oh, that's it. Yes.
I don't have that one wrote down on her. Though she should have it.
Yeah, because my Mantle of Majesty, I copied and pasted the wrong description.
Yeah, you can use, you take on a glorious appearance. You are, I think it's something like beautiful to look at. Everything kind of is attracted to looking at you, something along that nature, and you can cast command as a bonus action.
Wait, is that that's a different one? I'm pretty sure because I've never cast command.
You just got a spell that makes you more attractive. Huh.
No, this is the one that's supposed to give everyone like temporary hit points and then allow them to move without provoking
So-
opportunity attack.
Mantle of Inspiration, then.
But don't they both have the effect of changing your appearance?
A little bit.
Okay, because I was about to do the whole flavor text, like, oh yeah, I transform into a different bird creature, and then you can all move freely and you get extra hit points.
Ooh, thanks for
Like
letting me
temporary
know.
hit points. It's not like real hit points.
So, who all are you choosing? And this number targets up to your Charisma modifier.
Yeah, my charisma modifier is really not great. I'm going to do Archimedes, Tech, and I guess Click.
Alrighty.
So you each gain 8 temporary hit points.
Yay!
And you can move using your reaction.
Up to 30 feet.
Up to your move speed, yeah.
That's a bonus action. So as my action, since I can see these things, whatever they are, I will use. Wait, do I know which one has like attacked Archimedes?
You're pretty sure all of them has attacked Archimedes.
Oh, okay. In that case, I will not use that spell. I will use
But Archimedes and Click, and who else did you give it to?
Tech. I mean Gus.
Well, Gus doesn't count. Yeah, you all get 8 temporary hit points. You can use your reaction to move right now. And then
Is Archimedes gonna move?
I can. Oh, so I can just get a free movement?
Yep. You can use your reaction to
for it.
move.
Alright,
Oh, and also you, Gus.
I'm gonna
Gus,
move.
Click, and Archimedes.
Oh, okay. I'm
Well,
able to
Gus
move
can't move
now.
because he's paralyzed.
I'm gonna.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Sorry. Well, I tried. You get 8 temporary hit points.
I'm moving over to here.
I'll get behind
Yeah.
the bird who's like 6 feet in the air.
Yeah, I'm floating 60 feet in the air like a wondrous pigeon creature.
Well, actually, I think you'd have to go down a little bit in order to hit everybody because it's got a range of 60 feet.
Okay, yeah, I'll go down however many feet I have to. Do I see any metal on these horrifying skeletal creatures?
You do not.
Aw, man, why'd I even get this spell? Okay. Let's just go with a good old dissonant whisper.
I mean, it
On the-
worked well to begin with, but now we're fighting things that are wearing cloth. Undead don't like to
Yeah!
wear metal armor.
Yeah! Okay, so on the top one, I'm going to cast Dissonant Whisper. And I play an excerpt of the Scarlet Songstress's song that she was really bad at playing because she rolled a 1.
If she wasn't invisible right now, she had something to say about that.
Yeah, perfect.
Tech, you gained 8 temporary hit points, by the way. Now that you're back.
Yeah, I wrote that down.
Alrighty. So...
And so it must take a wisdom saving throw and it has to beat a 14.
Oh no, let's see if it can do that.
Oh wait. Did you say that the temporary hit points were 18, not 8?
8.
Okay, never mind.
You guys are really bunched up, by the way.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
I'm floating in the air. Don't worry, we're not as close as we appear.
Well, there's still Scarlet and Click.
She's invisible. She doesn't matter. We don't care about her.
I forgot she was invisible.
Yeah,
I guess I
she
can technically
doesn't know what's
still-
going on. Actually, none of you actually know she went invisible. You don't know where she went.
All right, I'm ready
I-
for a pounding.
Can't I see her fate outline with my detect magic thing?
Oh, now you can. You can sense there's magic coming from behind you.
Fair enough.
Though you don't really know what's behind you, but you know it's really like almost right behind you. You know she's right. There's magic coming from right there. You don't know what it is though. And
It's an unknown school.
Yep.
Or yeah.
well, you need to do action to determine the school of it, which I should probably
Alright.
have realized
I
that when you asked what it was that was affecting Gus. But oh well.
I didn't realize that you had to spend an action to gather that information.
Yep.
All right, I'll keep that in mind for the future. Thank you.
Yeah, it's sense magic in this. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura of any visible creature or object in the area that
Right.
bears magic.
Well,
Well, I mean, you can actively know something's
I know.
behind you, just not really sure where, unless you try to hunt it down.
I've
Oh,
just,
and-
you know, I've got 9 minutes and 54 seconds remaining of it, so
It failed, so it will take the 4 damage, and it has to move its move speed away from you.
That is correct. That is some pitiful damage. It's 3d6 and
You
it's
did 4.
4 damage.
Yeah, you rolled 2 1s and a 2. You almost rolled the minimum
That is
amount of
just-
damage it could have done.
That was just so tragic, but at least it has to move farther away.
20, 30. Alrighty. It has done that.
And that's my turn.
Alrighty. So the Scarlet Songstress. Since no one knows she's there, she's just gonna kinda
I hope she trips and lands right on her face.
why are we bringing her along again?
Because she knows, or because we're trying to find her sister.
Because she's completely useless.
Well, you guys don't know where she went to.
That's true. Maybe she's been kidnapped. Maybe we should try to save her.
Yeah?
There's a reason Cass picks on her all the time.
Alright, Archimedes, it's your go. Well, she was extremely useful in beginning fights, and then everybody just kept wailing on her.
None of us were here for that, so we don't know that.
All right,
Well-
so
No,
sorry
go
to
ahead.
interrupt.
Yeah, go ahead.
So can I divide up my movement? So like move 10 feet, take an action, then move 10 feet again.
Yeah, you can do that.
All right. I'm gonna move 15 feet to here. I see. And then I'm going to cast Fireball right here.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna remove that X, if I can figure out how to.
There you
I'll
go.
do that later. So let me make that roll anyways.
Seeing fire coming from your fingertips, and you
Uh-huh.
preparing to cast this spell, they
Uh-huh.
counterspell you.
All right, cool. I then
Wow.
use 10 feet movement to go over here.
Yeah.
On the plus side, he no longer has a reaction. Go get him, guys.
Little does he
He's
know,
used his
they
reaction.
all know counterspell.
Wow,
Alrighty.
this tree really obscures vision. I've got to say.
Yeah, it's a tree. It's what it does.
Alright,
Yeah,
what kind
I know.
of beating do I take now?
Alrighty. It is going to use its bonus action to Misty Step in front of you. And it'll
Alright,
use
I
its-
assume dodge doesn't apply when I'm paralyzed.
Nope. It's going to. Life
I
drain
surely am a
you.
scientist for figuring that one out.
You might get like a will save at the beginning of your turn. Who knows?
Ooh. It rolled 15. What is your AC? It's 14, isn't it? Yep.
So, are
Alright.
these hovering skulls now that they're within sight?
Oh yeah. I'll give you the description here. 1 second. Make a
Don't
Constitution
insecure.
save.
All right.
Congrats.
Ooh.
You take 16 necrotic damage, and your maximum hit points
Oh.
is reduced by 16.
Oh, that's awful.
So you can't even heal that. Oh
I hope
no!
that's
It,
not a-
it crit. That's right. It has advantage. That was the crit. Never mind. I'm dumb. Don't listen to me.
All right.
I hope. I hope that's not permanent.
Ooh, that's
Hmm.
nasty.
That is nasty.
I would keep track of
Oh,
what your hit
that's
points were
nice.
before you did do that. Like, make note of it somewhere.
What?
Make note of what your hit points were before you minus them.
I already know it's 45,
Alrighty.
but I'll put it like.
Because I had a problem with that where things were draining my life, and I just reduced my hit point maximum, and I couldn't figure out what it was before. Because rolls. Alright. And that's what it does. And what you see before you. Oh, that's horrendous. You see a ghoulish zombie, but Cass. It's a ghoulish hooded zombie. It is crawling on the ground. It's kind of fading in and out just because of the misty step, and it's got kind of a ashy appearance to it. The image you see before it, like you see for it, it's kind of what you see inside the hood. And it is got magic swirling all around it.
Ooh.
It's to determine what it is, you would have to exactly what it is. You kind of have to do a nature roll, or in this case, I think it would be a nature roll. But Cass, you get an eerie kind of vibe from these things. From actually getting a good look at it, you could tell that this was once a warlock, and it broke its oath, and this was a punishment that it received for breaking its pact with its patron.
Alright.
So is it prone?
Cass is now. This could be interesting.
It's not prone, can't be prone. It's always on the
Break
ground.
the pact.
Alright, but it is your go, Cass.
Okay, so Cass seeing Archimedes being beat to hell.
Not the only one though. Poor Gus.
Cure wounds. And he's gonna send his bat over here to hide in this tree over here, just so he can see what's going on a little bit better.
Oh, did you just touch me?
Oh, that's right. I have to be within range. Well, I go over here and I do it, and then I hide behind the tree.
All right.
Alright, you did what now? You casted... I was paying attention.
Cass start over there, used his bat, used the cure wounds, and then hit the bat by the tree. So it's like up somewhere in the top of the tree, just like hanging out.
Alrighty.
All right.
And what do you
I'm
do?
feeling a lot better.
Oh, you healed him. Okay, never mind.
Yep, that was my action.
Is this
Alrighty.
what the priests were talking about when they said stuff about wanting to become holy?
Holy.
You know what? Cass doesn't actually cast that spell on
Sorry,
you.
my mic was off. Yeah.
Oh, did Cass not touch me?
Not after that.
If I make a pun, are you going to punish me every time?
Yes.
All right, well, I'm not going to count on your help for the rest of the campaign then. I'm just going to remove that then.
I'm going to punish you.
All right, let's see. 31 minus 19. Yeah.
Oh,
that
you're
means
fine.
we-
Jeez.
Are we back to the kitchen beat down?
The what?
To the kitchen beat down because it's another enemy's turn. The only one there is me.
Oh, what? If you didn't touch me, then what did you do, Cass?
I could cast touch spells through Malachi. You're good.
The bat touched you. It felt
You had a
really
bat
good.
land on your head.
Oh, all right. So the bat touches me and gives me that spell.
Yep.
Feel the healing guano.
You know how it is easy.
Healing guano.
Alrighty. So it's just gonna straight up try to blast your tech.
Alright, cool.
Because it hasn't lost any health. No, it has lost a little health. But I ain't gonna spend its spell slots for that. Alright, it will shoot one at the bat and one at Gus. First one will go to the bat.
no.
Goodbye, bat.
It rolled a 9. Does that hit the bat?
The bat's alive.
Aha! Second
Aha!
go to Gus, which is 16. Wow. Alright, it dealt 4 necrotic damage to you, Gus.
Alright. That's cool.
Oh, by the way, Gus, if you ever want a free 13, you just let me know.
A free 13 what?
Well, I don't know. Whatever you want, I suppose. Ability checks and saving throws are pretty good bets for you at the moment.
Yeah, it's true. Anyway, who's this other guy?
Oh. Alright.
Oh,
What we'll do.
no.
Let me go to this layer. Since this is the one.
Archimedes, I'd just like to note the bat has a higher armor class than you.
That's fine.
That's really sad.
To be fair, like, small tiny things can actually have pretty high ACs just because their dexterities are really high. It's sort of misleading, honestly. Because armor class really doesn't always have to be about armor. It could just be about sheer speed.
Yeah, I know. It's just kind of funny.
Look, I'm so used to having the lowest AC.
Man, here I was thinking I had the lowest AC.
Yeah, I've got an AC of 11.
You haven't played with much wizards yet, have you?
Nope.
The one wizard
This
we
is actually the
had.
second time I've ever played with a wizard before.
I mean, I could raise it whenever I want it raised, but I don't feel like doing that. Oh, by the way, hey Grim, quick question. When my fireball was counterspell, was it from one of those warlock things that countered it?
It did flaw from the back lines, so yeah, not the scroll guys, but the ones in the back.
Right. I see. Okay.
It's gonna cast. I think it's gonna use its last spell slot at that level.
Ooh, don't tell us that. Now we can metagame.
I'm not sure what its spell slots are. Oh, okay, it does have another one. Alright. Big black void, and thank you for correcting me on the 20-foot radius. There. Appears
No
right
problem,
there. You all do see that big red circle, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right there.
Which one's casting it?
Should be that one. Actually.
Nope, I'm out of range. Doesn't matter.
And I can't see him.
And there you go. I need to make sure of something. Alright. Early seed on wisdom save through, paralyzed. In each turn, it's gonna be wisdom. Alright, so you don't make a save every time you take damage. For being paralyzed. Alrighty, Gus, you are paralyzed. You can make another wisdom save at the end of your turn, which is the only thing you can do on your turn.
Ah,
You are
yay.
incapacitated. You can't move.
Oh,
you can't
no.
do actions.
You're not very wise.
You are still paralyzed.
Yeah,
It's not looking good for you, my friend.
it is not.
Click. You are now in this giant sphere of darkness. You
As
hear
well as being
screams.
paralyzed.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I wasn't saying anything.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, go ahead.
So am I paralyzed, or am I just blind?
You're blinded. You're not sure.
Is this regular darkness, or is this like advanced darkness?
It is advanced darkness. Like, you're blinded, the condition blinded.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I'm going to snap my fingers and summon my familiar.
Oh yeah, when you start your turn there. Forgot, I keep forgetting it does that. You take 6 cold damage. The depths of the void encroaches around you, and you start to feel real cold. And you start to take damage, so you take 6 cold damage.
Alright, well, I'm gonna summon my familiar in one direction, and I'm gonna head in the other direction. So,
Alright,
do
you're
I
not sure
roll
which...
to determine?
Yeah, you're not sure which way is actually shorter of getting out.
Okay, so I just pick a random direction, I guess.
Basically, roll, well, above you was the swamp, the river, and below you was closer to them, so it's kinda, which way do you want to try to get out to?
South,
Towards the enemies?
towards the enemies.
Alright, inside this, it is difficult terrain, so... And what is your familiar?
A mouse. You want a picture?
Let me just get a mouse token out of here. But, you drop it behind you?
Yeah, well, I mean, if I can tell which way is south, then I'm gonna drop it. Like, or more, I'll move first, right? Which my full movement will be. You said this is difficult terrain?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go 30. And then I can't really see beyond this, so I'm gonna drop the mouse right here to my side.
Alright, now, this is important. Where does the mouse take its turn after you, or during your turn?
It has its own initiative.
Huh.
I mean,
So-
when I used to play a warlock, to simplify things, my familiar just went on my turn, but like after me.
Yeah. It's important because, alright.
It's gonna insta die.
Yeah, it's gonna instant die. So,
Rip. Ripperonis.
Those things are expensive too, for the most part.
They really are.
yeah, it's like, was it 10 gold per cast,
Yep.
almost?
Yep.
Alright, so, summon the rat into the void. You hear the rat get lost in the void.
So sad.
Clockwork, no!
No!
Why did you do this to me?
Alright. You end your turn there. You take 9 acid damage as you feel things grasping you and trying to pull you in, and when it grasps you, it burns. So you take 9 acid damage.
Okay.
Alright. Now he is concentrating on... Yeah, that spell. So it's pretty much fine. It's I like what it's doing. So it's just gonna try to hit you with Eldritch Blast. Of course, it doesn't do an attack roll. All right. So it is definitely gonna hit you with the first one and miss you with the second one. Oh. I hit you for 10 force damage there, Gus.
I'm not happy. I'm kidding. I love this game.
Oh, it blasted you with its Eldritch Blast.
Yep, that's damage, all right.
Oh yeah, that's max roll damage.
Wow, if only I could roll max damage one of these days.
So here's the thing. It is well past our time to end it, so I'm going to call it here at the start of the new round.
We're all dead. We're all
Like,
dead.
when
Calling
you
it
come
now.
down to them, immediately die.
To what?
Yeah, everybody get a new character ready so we can start this after we're all dead.
You guys
Yeah.
joke, but in my Sunday campaign, that's literally what happened. Like, we start the game, and then the DM is like, "Oh yeah, Kieran," or like talking about my character, like, "Oh yeah," and it cast a spell on you, and it like perma killed me, as the very first thing that happened in the game. And then shortly followed by almost every single one of my party members except one. So like party wipes at the very beginning of games. I've already had one of those. Don't need to have another.
Oh yes, okay.
I mean, I already have another character basically ready for whenever.
Oh,
okay.
but
Cass
Gus
can
is
get
so
out of there.
funny.
Cass can get out of there and resurrect.
Oh,
whatever
don't
you-
worry. Don't worry about that. If Gus dies.
All depends on who Cass likes the most.
I hope one of you dies, because I do have something planned for it. Though
Yeah,
I
I've got
hope
like 30 characters just waiting to be used.
I just want one of these things to not kill you with its life drain. But I do hope one of you dies, just because I have something planned around it
All right.
involving
That's
not
this
ominous
whole
at all.
dead area.
I mean,
Guys,
my
we've done a
philosophy
total
is
of
that-
what, like 12 damage to one of these so far in 2 rounds.
It
Yeah,
gained
I
back
did
off
4
its health.
damage. Don't
We've got
know
the-
about other
I
people.
don't know. They've cast a lot of spells already, though, so we can't
Yeah.
keep using these for too long. Eventually, they're gonna run out.
I've
Yeah, but I
literally-
feel like we're gonna run out before they run out of spells.
If nobody dies, then honestly, I don't see the point to this game. But then again, if Gus dies, you won't have a tank at all.
That's alright, that's why you're gonna re-roll a barbarian.
Hey, that's actually what I'm planning to do, so shut up.
As we reach, the higher levels, Barbarian stops becoming such a prominent oh fuck machine. Like around level 10, they start to round off with the rest of the classes. But like before level 10, they are just the star of every campaign, of every group. Yeah, let me go hit this thing with 2 d12s with magic damage on top of that.
I don't really mind losing some of the spotlight. I don't plan on playing barbarians because I want to look better than everybody else.
We need it though. I mean, just look at us. We're a bunch of wimps.
I think we're doing
You're a
pretty
bunch of
fine, actually.
spellcasters
Yeah.
party together with a monk trying to be cool.
Hey, Gus is cool.
Well, at one point we had a front line, then all of our front line decided they didn't want to play anymore.
And also our back
See what's
line.
happening to Gus. This is what I did to them.
I mean, if it wasn't you, Gus, it'd be me. So. Ooh.
Gus has a daughter. I have to make something emotional happen from that.
Well, let's not talk as if you're already dead. You still got some hit points.
I know. It's just that I don't remember
is-
how the concept of death is brought up, but now I'm excited.
This is particularly bad because the necromancers bailed and they were going to give you a revivify scroll. They actually, the mages have their own thing here, and this is going to be a reveal of it. They have their own, like where they make all their money is something called burn scrolls. It's a scroll, can be used by any class without any material components, only once. And they were going to give you one for Revivify. And there's also like 3 other spells, and you're going to pick one of them, which Revivify was one of them. But I mean,
Well, looks like we're fucked.
I do have one get out of jail free card for everybody, and that's why I kind of hope one of you dies. Because I kind of want to play that. See if you see if any of you guys take it, which is kind of fun.
I'll be perfectly honest. I know I'm might not be the most likely to die, but at least in this situation, I would prefer not to have that get out of jail free card. I personally don't like revivals.
It's an alignment changing kind of decision.
I don't really personally like revivals in D&D. That's just kind of my...
Yeah, it fits. This particularly fits with what you're doing right now in this area, and that's why it's only a thing that happens right here. While you're dicking around in the forest, and because you guys already met him. You guys don't know you met him, but you met him, and it's why it's happened. Why this is becoming an option right now.
Wait, everything just cut out on Discord for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, it says you disconnected. I was just saying it's because you guys met a guy without realizing you met him that an option has become open to the first player who dies.
Whoa.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well,
Which should be interesting when it happens.
well, I think that's not gonna happen for a little while. You know, I'm
Maybe.
still good. I've got full hit points now. I've got spells galore.
Spells galore and full hit points is great, but man, I'm struggling. I've literally accomplished nothing in this fight.
Oh wow, look at you, you're so cool.
Yeah, these things are all about hindering you guys while, like, blasting one person to piss. They almost got Archimedes, but he didn't manage to bail out of there quick enough.
Alright, I'm gonna go now, everybody.
Alright. I've got to
So-
work in like 7 hours, so I'm
See
going
y'all
back
next
to
time.
To go to. Good night.
All right.
Alright.
Good night, guys. Man, fun session.
A lot of travel, then capped off with a fight.
Well, it's an exciting fight, you know.
Oh yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
I gotta work in 7 hours. I'm going to bed. I'll talk to you guys next week.
All right,
Okay.
man. Take care. Night.
Mhm.